Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilyhana from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. You just power through and they have to follow suit. Hello and welcome back to the Lost Archives, everybody. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We are back. We are playing Avatar Legends, The Legacy of Kyoshi. We have a very exciting episode in store for you tonight. We have Bree rejoining us from her trip, after her trip to Japan. Welcome back, Bree.
Yay!
Willkommen. Hope you had a wonderful time.
I did. I got a new tattoo.
Sick. You might have to hold it the other way because the
Up.
camera.
Yeah, it's up.
Just go the other side. There we go. There we go. Oh, the Great Wave. That's That's my favorite. The Great Wave by Hokusai. It's my favorite, probably my favorite piece of art. And one of the things, like, if I ever get a tattoo, it'll be of the Great Wave. So very jealous. That's awesome.
Darren got a matching one as well.
Oh,
Not
legend.
entirely matching. Instead of having the cherry blossoms, he has another wave on the other side, and then he has the rising sun.
Can you?
You got the lesser
basically the
wave.
same.
Can you take a
You got
photo?
the okay.
He got the okay wave. He got the adequate wave. Can you take a photo and send that to me so I can have a bit of a peekaroo? Because when I said if I ever get a tattoo, it's like I've been considering getting it tattooed for a while now, like a couple of years. I've just been waiting.
Yeah.
Andrew's gone.
Do you have me on Instagram? Because it's on Instagram.
I don't really use Instagram, but yeah, probably I'll check.
That's fair.
I should use Instagram.
I'll
I should
open
also
up
Messenger?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god.
It's on my Facebook too.
Have we genuinely lost Andrew? Is he gone? Is he? He has gone.
Yeah.
Probably. What a shame.
What's your name?
Me?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
You don't have to
Prettipixel.
share that in the public domain if you don't want to. Just so you know.
It's literally my Twitch ID.
Just double check it. Just making sure you're aware. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to.
Oh, that is cool.
I gotta check
Yours
that.
is better. Yours is better.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Boom.
I like mine better, but I'm biased.
You did pick it. It'd be a bit weird if you
was-
I love this one, but you get that one. You get that one, Darren, and I'll get something else. I'll get something I like less. Be a bit of a weird thing.
It was also Darren's first ever tattoo.
Oh, there you go.
So
Babby's
he
first
got it in
tattoo.
Japan.
He took his virginity.
Yeah,
I
pop
did.
the
Yeah.
ink cherry.
You popped his cherry blossom.
Nice. Well done. God, that was a reach for that one. Well done, though. Well
That was
done.
good.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Now,
Andrew's still dead.
just in case you're not up to date with the episode, Bree, I've done a solid recap to get you back in, just in case you missed
I
some
watched
stuff.
last week's episode while we were
Oh,
sitting in the
fantastic.
hotel after Team Labs.
How
So
good
we
was
got home
Team
from Team Labs,
Labs,
and
right?
then I sat down and yeah, it was pretty good.
Was it
Pretty
because you
good.
were so disappointed at Team Labs? You're like, I need someone to pick up the day. I just need something like joyful in my life right now.
I don't know. There was a lot of
No.
hatred. There was a lot of hatred from her towards me and Andrew.
There was. I was messaging being like, what the fuck do you mean? No, it was really good. It was beautiful. Also, people suck.
Oh yeah.
Like, tourists
yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
There's this beautiful area that's all these like orchids that they don't need like soil to grow, so they're all just like hanging. And as you walk towards them, they slowly rise.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, they're like, don't touch the plants. Whatever you do, do not touch the plants. They're all walking through doing these ones.
Yeah, of course they are.
Like,
yeah. Classic.
Turn around and deck them.
Yeah.
Honestly, should
Andrew, is that you? Are you back? Are you?
I'm going to kill someone.
Okay.
I mean,
Good.
that's fun.
It's going to be my camera, but yes.
Great, sweetie.
No dramas.
Oh, you
I
got
think
to-
it's already killed itself. So
You
fine.
might have to buy a new one and claim it.
Oh, yeah, might have to.
Fact.
For sure. I think that's a good idea. Alrighty, let's jump into our recap. Let's jump into the
Why
session.
doesn't Brandon do that?
Why doesn't Brandon do that? I mean, he could buy a dummy.
My camera.
He doesn't need a new camera. He just needs a dummy
He
battery.
needs a dummy battery.
I think it's fine as it is. It's great. I think it works better like this.
Fair
It's a
enough.
good timer.
That's true. I always know when we're halfway through a session. That's a good point. I mean, I also know by looking at a fucking clock, but I guess as well, this is another valid way of doing that. All right, let's do the recap. Let's jump into the session. It has been 3 years since the false avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and Tilla of the Siwong Oasis. Having joined forces with some pirate hunters and Avatar Kyoshi, the group have defeated the remnants of the Yellowneck Bandits and the Fifth Nation pirates meeting on Little Island. With the Sunset Spirit they had released previously now fulfilled in its debt to them, the team have brought the bounties from the pirates back to the Southern Water Tribe, along with the disgraced son of the Chief of Wolf Cove, preparing to meet with the rather unpleasant chieftain Kurit. Before departing the docks, Master Sayan pulled Ted and Jedd aside to discuss Jedd's banishment. Having observed his handling of the spirit, and after speaking with the others, Sayan decided to lift the said banishment, allowing Jedd to once again visit Air Nation sites. Pleased with this result, and contemplative of their future, the brothers caught up with the party while they discussed their plans for confronting the chief. With Lilly keen to utilize her bombs and blasting jelly, she was eventually convinced to wait for a code word before jumping to the explosive option, saving it as a last resort for when things go badly. Stepping into the Longhouse at Wolf Cove, that is the sound of Andrew's camera functioning. Stepping into the Longhouse at Wolf Cove, the group presented themselves before Kurit, sharing the events that had occurred at Little Island and the defeat of both the Yellownecks and Fifth Nation at their hands. Still fairly unimpressed with these accomplishments, the team then presented Sonak to the chief, attempting to convince him that his son and Keeko had never really joined the Fifth Nation pirates. They'd been captured by them and taken as prisoners. This tale, and the safe return of his son, seemed to finally wear through the chief's gruff exterior, a tender hug shared by father and son. Just as the team was celebrating this victory, and preparing to enjoy a wonderful feast or glittering reward, they heard the sound of a heavy blow. Turning to the throne, they could only watch as Kurit punched Sonak in the stomach again and kicked him winded down the stairs. It was quickly revealed that the chief had been fully aware all along that Keeko and Sonak had willingly joined the pirates, and in his paranoia, he now believed the arrival of his son and the Avatar marked a play for his throne. With the guards closing in on Keeko, Sonak and the pirate hunters, and preparing to evict the rest of the team, Kyoshi relented and whispered the code word to Lilly, unleashing chaos. While Keeko worked to convince the guards to join them, Kyoshi created barriers of ice to give the party cover to launch an attack. Lilly and Jedd also initially tried to win over the guards, calling out the behavior of the chieftain and causing Chief Kurit to escalate further, pushing the crowd's favor against him. With the airbenders quickly switching to bending attacks, Lilly used the opportunity to set a trap on the throne with her bombs, a trap which almost instantly detonated, mortally wounding the chief and bringing the fight to a far swifter end. While
Excuse
Sonak
me, can we just point out the fact that it wasn't just me? I didn't cause them to detonate.
What do you want about? It was just you.
I just put him there.
No.
The airbenders,
Andrew pushed him.
to be fair, the airbenders did blast
But
Kurit.
you put the trigger in the bomb that detonates. Am I not wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
I planted a trap. Somebody else pushed him.
Not
That's
sure what
fair.
you're
That's
on
fair.
about.
I will
This feels
allow
like
that.
lies.
It's not lies.
Listen,
It is-
just a quick little amendment there.
Andrew, I will gladly
Making it
run
sound
the
like it's all
tape.
my fault.
If I need to cut back to this and run the tape and slow down you being like, I airbend him into
Okay,
the
we don't need to run
trap."
tapes.
I will do
just
that.
Feels like
I've done it
That's
before and I'll do it
anyway.
again. I'll do it anyway, it's quite funny. I did it to Tom fairly recently in Curse of Strahd. He was like, I never said Strahd's name. I was like, yes, you did. And then I jumped back to him and go, Strahd. Like, slowed it down as he said it like multiple times. I went like black and white too. It's quite funny.
One time you said you did something, and then you never found it.
I'd be honest,
Yeah,
I
that was one of
really
the
gave it a
achievements.
half-assed look. I really did. Look, I've got some time now. Maybe I'll go back and try and find it.
Do it.
Where are we up to? Yeah, well, Sonak mourned the death of his father. Despite his cruelty, the rest of the team made their way back outside, only to be confronted by Tilla and Yara, who had been cashing in the bounties and removing all traces of Keeko's wanted posters. Heading down to the docks, the two airbenders were suddenly confronted by Master Sayan, who had heard the explosion at the Chieftain's Long Hall with the rest of Wolf Cove, and was curious as to what might have occurred. Blowing him off and claiming to not really know much at all, Sayan departed to the hall to investigate things himself, Ted and Jedd quickly leading the group away as fast as allowed. Arriving at their raft, the team was surprised to find a group of teens hurling rocks across the harbour, some of which were striking the hull of their boat. Scaring off the kids, and in the process giving himself a concussion, Ted and the rest of the group debated leaving at once, but decided to stick around a little bit longer, leaving the boat behind to hide out at Ko's mum's cafe. While Kyoshi and Ted attempted to meditate to help clear their troubled minds, Keeko, Lilly, and Tilla enjoyed the hospitality of Ko's parents. Meanwhile, Jedd headed to the roof, wanting to keep an eye on their boat, but struggled to locate it despite his vantage point. Returning along to the docks, Jedd discovered a commotion around their boat, the waterbenders working to raise the sunken ship from the water. Realizing Crake had still been aboard the vessel, Jedd rushed forward, bumping into a fisherman complaining about a thief stealing his ship with a full cargo of cabbages. With Crake now at large, the boat damaged, and some of their supplies lost to the sea, Jedd returned to the group for dinner and to discuss next steps. And that is where we left off last session, and I thoroughly enjoyed those freeze frames you were stuck at, Andrew. They were excellent. Absolutely excellent. For those of you listening to the podcast, Andrew's still having camera problems, and so every time he rejoined, his camera would freeze on a really nice freeze frame. I think the rock on was good. I quite enjoyed the rock on. That was nice.
Devil horns made it.
It's quite fun. So, the most distracted the group has silently been during a recap. I think it probably is the most distracted you guys have been during a recap. I would pay that.
Yeah.
That's pretty spot on.
It was hard.
So,
It was funny.
My bad, guys.
we jump straight back in as you are all reunited at the top floor of Ko's mum's cafe. The top floor, sort of mainly kept out for events and
Mm.
things like that, but with no events on being given to you to use as you see fit.
Yay.
Food, drink has been brought up to you. Generally, it's been quite quiet and quite peaceful up there. Ted, your session with Kyoshi, doing a little bit of meditation, has calmed your mind. You've been able to clear some of your fatigue, some of your conditions. Keeko, Lilly, Tilla, same goes for you, eating a bit of food, having a bit of conversation. Yara's there with you as well. Generally sort of chatting around, enjoying some food. Yes, Ted.
I clear fatigue.
You did last session. We went through this.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
not you don't get to do it again.
You don't get a double
clear
up.
fatigue.
Yes, so this counts as a decent rest. So you can clear up
So
to...
I can clear fatigue?
No. Lily
No.
hasn't done it because she wasn't here last week. Lily, you may clear up to, I think it was 2 fatigue and 2 conditions. Yeah,
I think it was 4 fatigue and 3 conditions.
it was 2 fatigue and 2
And a
conditions.
pat on the back.
Do you know what? Archie,
push your
just
luck.
go ahead and add 2 more conditions for me. Just add them in. Actually, do you know what? I'll just do it for you.
Insecure and troubled. Sound
I was
good?
going to add tiny blueberries as one of his conditions. I thought that might be a
I think that's insecure.
troubled, insecure. Yeah.
No, Have you been talking to my wife?
You know what? I can help you out with this, buddy. I'll help you out with this. My boy Keeko, he's going to go up to Ted and just put his arm around him a little bit and be like, "Hey, how you going, bud? A lot of things going on lately. How you doing?"
Oh, it's just a lot of things happening, a lot of death and destruction,
A lot of
explosions.
a lot of death, a lot
Yeah.
of destruction. I look in the distance with you. I'm like, yeah, a lot of explosions. Master Sayon, I mean, he's big thing with Master Sayon. Like you and Jedd, welcomed back into the loving embrace of the bosom of the Air Nation. How's that feel?
I was expecting about the last embrace of the mother.
That's gonna feel good, right?
I just hope it lasts.
I think it will, and I'd like to use this moment together with my boy Ted in embrace of each other to guide and comfort him.
Oh, that sounds great, Brandon. That sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like I just wanted to give you some guidance of just like, life's good right now. Like it's all seems bad, but things are coming up and up. Don't pay attention to the explosions. Things are good in life.
There's a bit of like fermented seaweed sauce still on the side of Brandon's side of Keeko's lips from enjoying a nice saucy snack as he pulls you into a hug. Keeko, could you roll with harmony, please?
I'd love to.
I thought you might.
Oh, that's a 12.
Holy shit. Okay.
That's a good guide and comfort.
God and comforted the shit out of you right
Yeah,
now.
you just punch him in the face.
I feel so guided right now.
Yeah, and comforted. Oh.
So, on a 10 plus, if they embrace your guide and comfort, you may also shift their balance. So, Ted, if you choose to accept being guided and comforted, you can clear a condition or 2 fatigue. But Keeko also... Yep. And you can shift your balance. Yes, if you accept. Yeah. Except Keeko picks the direction it shifts, and he asks you a question, and you have to answer honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Marco,
sweet. This was the scariest thing ever.
So you clear 2
Clear 2 fatigue or a condition, your choice.
Okay.
I'm back to
full health.
Back to full.
Back to full, baby.
I will just say, I won't say where I am, but my balance is +1 at the moment.
We'll just say what are you torn between? Tell us what are you torn between?
Yeah, what are your conditions between?
And community.
What are you feeling more lately? What are you feeling more?
No. You've got the 2 options. You've got the 2 options, Keeko. You may move him in either direction.
Okay.
In this moment, do you think this sounds like a community cart?
Ted, if like we were gonna play
I knew you were gonna game this
basketball right now, would you want to upgrade the basketball center, or would you just want to get some people in there? Like what would you want to do? Would you want to?
I think a good team is all that really matters.
It was obvious,
so you think
mate.
a good team is all that really matters.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I've got that information, I'm still I'm like, wait, does he want more community or does he want less community right now? Okay, I'm
going to say in this moment, as you
I'm going to push him towards community because that's we're a community right now. I'm going to push him towards.
That's a great idea, Brandon. I think I agree.
Is where we're at.
Andrew, if you could put the Ark of the Covenant back in its box and leave it there for the rest of the session, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sorry, I need to look at some colors. Sorry.
I'm just scared that if you hold it up to the camera, everyone's faces are going to start melting off like the Nazis in Indiana Jones.
I wish I knew what that was now.
Yeah. Keeko, what question do you ask Ted?
Okay.
That he must answer honestly. If there's anything you've wanted to know this whole time, anything that you've been thinking,
this could be.
Don't ask me what I think about Jedd.
I didn't even think about the repercussions of me just helping out a mate, but God.
He's a speed bump.
Ask him what he really thinks about you.
You can go juicier. That's like pleb tier juicy. You can go juicier.
Yeah, I feel like there's more. Okay.
We've got to go.
So fuck one, marry one, kill one.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm glad you feel better. I just want to put it out there. Like, how do you feel about all the people that Jedd's killed?
Jesus.
For podcast listeners, Archie has stood up and walked away from his computer, giving us a really nice flash of his very sexy t-shirt.
I haven't killed anyone yet.
That's not true.
That's a lie.
You killed people before the start of this campaign. The reason you were at, come on, man, you know this.
Yeah. In the campaign, I haven't killed anyone, right?
Yeah, but in your life, you have.
Mate, you just airbent the chief of the water tribe onto the trap.
It was the bomb that killed him.
Multiple people.
You got an assist.
I got an assist.
I don't think Ted's killed anyone.
No.
Just Jedd's hopes of ever rejoining the air nation.
I have made
Rather the homicidal
airbenders kill people though.
It's true.
Yeah, he gets assists.
Yeah, but your brother's Ted Bundy, so it's different.
Yeah.
So, Ted.
That's Jedd Bundy, actually.
It's Jedd Bundy. Yeah,
What do I think?
so Ted, as Keeko turns to you, asks, "What do you really think of the people that Jedd's killed?" That was the question, wasn't it? What do you really think? Of them?
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think about? All the people that Jedd's killed? Like, just
Look, I think as an airbender, that was a lot of people to remove. I mean, obviously there was some reasons for it, I guess. He must have had a reason to do it. I don't know what the reasons were. And I just hope that he was going to come back from this and be a bit better.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But at the end of the day, some people's lives are cheap, but friends' lives aren't. And I'm glad I've got you as my friend, and I pull you in for a big hug.
I'll hug you. I'll hug you back.
Hell yeah. But seriously, if you need anyone else killed, I'll do it for you. Don't you worry about that, man. I've got you covered, okay? I can do this.
He's got a brother for that. It's fine.
And I'll let you go, and I wipe the seaweed from my mouth.
That's right. It's at this moment that Jedd arrives back at the
Feels
cafe.
like I moved. I got a +1 on community, I think.
Yes, you go back to you're in the center of
I
your balance.
guess I have to be here. Yeah.
You don't have to. It's just that at the end of the last session, you said, "I'm going to have to head back and tell the others about Craig." It was exactly what you said.
Oh, I do remember that now. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's up to you. You don't have to. I just remember that's the last thing you said last session. I was like,
I
"All right, I'll
was
leave it up
gone
to you."
for a while, so I think I'll just wait a bit longer. If that's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, what would you like to do then, Jedd? You're just sort of hanging around the boat. I mean, you have
So,
employed
yeah,
that
I'll-
old man
I'll-
to repair the whole.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch the boat get fixed and think about all the stuff that has happened the past 2 days since the other stuff that happened 3 days ago.
Yeah. In that case, then, if you're staying down on the docks, Jedd, you watch as a boat appears on the horizon as it begins sailing towards the entrance to Wolf Cove, navigating through the sheets of ice. You can see that it is a rather large vessel, not like a full tall ship or anything like that. Sort of like maybe like a bit smaller than a brig or a schooner, maybe a little bit like a tugboat size. So not massive, but bigger than a lot of the fishing boats around here. And you can see that it has a sail that really stands out, pitch black, with the symbol of a white flower right in the very middle, these overlapping petals of white in the very center of the sail. And as it approaches, you can see there are a few people on board the ship, rather an eclectic group of people who all seem to be kind of moving around, working the vessel to their advantage, working away as the boat begins to approach Wolf Cove. As they get a little bit closer, you can see as they head towards one of the docks, two of the waterbenders begin to make little ice flows and sort of skate on out to them. They have a conversation with an older woman up on top of the deck of the ship. Looks a little bit like, she's got very like grandmotherly vibes because she sort of moves right to the very front to talk to these two waterbenders. You kind of catch her a little bit more than the others, who are still moving around quite quickly in the shadow of the sails. You can see she talks to two of the waterbenders. They point to an empty dock on the other side of where you guys have set up your vessel, not with the other fishing boats.
Is it where the one that got stolen?
What was that? Sorry.
Is it the one that got stolen? Is that where they're going?
No. It's not where you guys are. So you parked up over near a lot of the other fishing boats. This looks like it's being directed over the other side of the docks. So where you are is to the south of Wolf Cove. The docks sort of spread all around the inside of the bay. There's like 8 or 9 massive piers pushing out from these docks. They're being directed to the northernmost edge of that section. You can see there's a couple of other ships there that look like they're from out of town. Not traders per se. This looks like much more of the trading and fishing area. This looks almost like a space that's been reserved for much larger vessels. And you can see that this is being treated as if it's a bigger ship. You watch as the ship sails in, docks, and then because of the distance and the angle of where it is, you can't really make out too much more from your current vantage point. Do you want to roll and assess the situation? Can if you want to.
Yes, you just have to give me a second.
1.
Okay, wow.
For chat.
10101111.
That's not what I clicked on.
Shall now pray in binary. 1011001001000.
Hey, you know what I was on about.
All praise the Omnisire. What was it?
We were chatting in
Assess the
Cursive
situation.
Strahd last night. Apparently, The Simpsons predicted Trump's death on the 27th of April, I think it was.
I see nothing.
So I'm excited for that. Let's have a look. When you say you see nothing, that is a miss. That is a 4. That is a miss. That's unfortunate.
5, right?
Jedd. 5, sorry. Yeah, Jedd, as you look around, the angle of where they are, you can't quite see. And the thing is, well, right, as soon as the sail is rolled up and hidden away, it's actually hard to spot the boat. It looks like any other boat. That black sail, while striking while unfurled, actually blends in with the crossbeam, the dark wooden crossbeam when it's rolled up. It makes it very hard to spot from a distance. So you lose the ship amongst the masts of the various other rafts, crafts, and vessels docked up at the Wolf Cove.
Awesome.
It's been about
just gonna
2 hours at this point while you're down there. The rest of your friends, when you left them, were eating good food, bundled up inside the warm, heated top floor of Ko's mum's cafe. It's definitely getting a little bit chilly out here. Despite you using your airbending to maintain your body temperature, I mean, it is sort of getting to the late afternoon. You can see light snow falling from very dark, overcast clouds above. Towards the south, you can begin to see the lights dancing in the sky, these green and blue ripples of light, very faint underneath the clouds of snow. But you do catch them every so often. Seems to be towards the south of where you are, the cloud cover's not as dense. You catch these little moments of light in the sky. You're just chilling.
I'll head back.
Head back.
Yeah, I'm definitely chilling.
Definitely chilling. As you make your way back to the rest of the group, back inside, Lily, obviously you weren't here last week. Is there anything that Lily would have done in particular while having access to Ko's mum's cafe?
What's the most valuable thing to me here?
The friends that you made along the way.
She would have asked Yara for her bounties.
Oh,
She gave her little bag of bounties to Yara and said, make sure these come back to me.
Yeah. Tilla and I got through most of them. We've got it all sort of like, we'll have to sit down and divvy it up. I mean, we could do that now if you wanted.
How did you go with Kiko's bounty? Did you find it?
Tilla and I got that all sorted. That's all done. That's all sorted.
I really wanted to stage a break-in.
I mean, you can if you want to, but then you risk us having to go back and take away your wanted posters. It's up to you.
Yeah, I guess.
That went pretty well.
No, that's fair. Okay, cool. I guess I would have just been chilling, eating, tinkering.
So Tilla, you have most of the gold, I believe, at this point. So
Yeah, I have all of the gold,
Yeah.
I think, don't I?
you have all of the gold. So Yara sort of like leans over towards Tilla and goes like, I mean, look, it was kind of crazy because like there was the massive explosion up near the longhouse, so we kind of got pulled away. But Tilla's got all the gold. I think we're going to sort that out. We can do it now if you like. Divvy it up.
No, it's okay. We can hold off until we're, sitting on the ship doing nothing else.
That's true. Yeah, it's a good point. Good point.
So I would probably have been kind of just sitting there working on my little book, writing about the first temple that we went to. And Yara, can we go see your brother and get the map, a second map of the world as well?
Oh, I've got to head home.
With these marks on it.
Yeah. I've got to head home anyway to let my folks know I'm okay and let them know where I'm headed next. I can do that now if you wanted to stay here. I mean, I've got to go back regardless.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I want to give it to Master Sayan before he leaves. So
Okay, I'll go now then. Yeah. No, I'll go now then. Just chuck over everything that you need to. Yeah, I mean, it's just the map, right? Just get a copy of that. Mark it off on the.
Just the map with the marks that Arturius put on there for us.
Yeah, no, that's super easy. Is there anything else you want me to grab on there? Just maybe. Are there any supplies you need? I know that you use sort of like tinkery stuff? Did you need some more paper or anything like that? I can get you paper.
Need a bucket
A bucket? I can get you a bucket.
so we can fix the washing machine.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Okay, yeah, great. All right, I'll go get a bucket. Yeah, for sure. That'd be really handy, especially if we're headed to Yokoya. I don't really know what the I've never been to Yokoya before. We've sailed past it a few times, but I've never really, like, to me it looks like a very, how do I say this? Like a very like run down dock.
Dusty.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That'd be okay with me if we
We get
like-
pretty grubby in the Earth Nation.
get pretty grubby in the Earth Nation.
Yeah. It's all dirt.
Yeah, right. Okay. That sounds like... You can see she's like not really sure how to respond to that. Yeah, no dramas. Yeah, easy done. All right, sweet. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to go grab that. That's not a problem at all.
Amazing.
Perfect. Yeah, Yara will take off pretty quickly. Jedd, as you're heading back towards the cafe, you pass Yara, who gives you a bit of a smile and a wave as she begins heading back down into the town. I'll be back, Jedd. I just got to go check in with my fam. I'll see you in a bit.
See yous.
As you head back inside, Jedd heading up the stairs, you can see Ted, Keeko, Lilly, Tilla, Ko sitting around eating food at a table upstairs. As soon as you enter inside, you watch as Ko's dad looks and goes, "Oh, I didn't see you leave. Please, upstairs. Make your way back up. Plenty of food, plenty of drink as you sit down and begin sort of, digging in. I hand over back to you, Jedd.
How's it going? How was the food?
It was yum. Where'd you get up to?
It was food.
Glad it was food. You know, that's really important.
It wasn't just food. It was.
Actually, I've got a bit of a confession to make. My family specialise in a new type of food. It's like nouveau food. It's not actually food.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we're trying out
food?
this. Yeah, nouveau
Has a
food.
lot of protein.
Trying this experimental thing. Yeah, it's actually 100% fiber. You can't digest. You can't digest any of it. It's all undigestible.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you have it?
It's yeah, I don't know.
Science.
There's no real reason to do this. It's just a fucked thing to do to people. Like, it's a really rude thing to do to your fellow human being.
Is it just wood pulp? Are you feeding people wood pulp?
It's just plywood.
It's actually it's just like sand, wood pulp, dust, just stuff we find around. Really, it's just cheap.
Is the business doing okay? Like we can sponsor the business if like you're having to serve people dust and wood pulp.
We've actually never made more money in our lives. We called it a diet, and it seems to have done the trick.
Okay.
We had a famous waterbender come and talk about. I mean, this waterbender's done all sorts of crazy shit, like airbend up their ass and stuff like that. And this was their new thing they were trying.
yeah.
They really like it.
Have they tried bowl freezing? 'Cause I've heard about some people where you wake up in the morning and you dip your bowls in the snow. And apparently it's really good for you the first thing in the day.
How have you
Two
come up with
weeks in a
something more
row?
fucked? How have you come up with something?
It's like those like people on like Instagram and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta suntan your bowls." Like bowl tanning is like the best thing.
Oh, what's the one where you have to?
Male libido and
what-
vitamin D.
What? That's not a thing.
It is a
No,
thing.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It
bowl-
is.
yeah.
Oh my God, what's it?
It's like this new age thing we're doing. Just like sit there in the sun. And
You know what I'm
like,
thinking of,
feel
right?
around their
I
legs, like,
tan my balls.
Hey, blueberries. How do I tan my blueberries?
No.
blueberries.
You should
No,
not.
you shouldn't do it. What a shocker.
Or expose your testicles to excessive UV radiation.
Who would have thought?
Really? Wow, what really thin skin being
Potential
given
risk.
the radiation of the sun.
Skin cancer. Yeah, no
and
shit.
and sperm production. Who
Yeah, because it's like rapidly dividing cells and you're exposing them to UV, which destroys rapidly dividing cells.
No, but
Who
some
would have
hippies
thought?
said it's really good for you.
Oh,
You
in
know,
that case,
so-
then everyone should start doing it.
Yeah,
I
you
just
don't
want to
get
call
vitamin
right
D
now. I want
on
to call
bad
right now.
boys.
If we ever see a health thing where someone's like trying to like sell dipping your balls in snow, Brandon, you and I are suing them. We are suing them for everything they've
This
done.
is this is our thing.
This is trademarked.
If Wim Hof comes out of here, the Iceman, he's like, dip your balls in the snow and breathe deeply. I'm like, that's my idea. Coming after you, little squid.
Absolutely. We know you're not going to get far because you've got frozen balls. You're not going to be able to run very fast.
Your legs be stuck together.
Like when you lick a light bulb.
Ow. Ow. Boil the kettle. Quick boil the kettle.
Imagine if it shattered like glass because of the temperature differential.
You just run too quick and you get a bowl stuck to each leg.
Oh no!
That's got to be a derail for Brandon, right?
Yeah, I'll
I've already marked it off.
That's me. That's me, guys.
As soon as someone was like, "Wait, have you ever heard of like sun tanning balls?" I was like, "Yeah, this is it. This is done."
Hey, we got it out earlier. 30 minutes in.
Yeah,
that's got to be a record for a derail.
No, we've
No,
done
it's
like
not.
10
We've derailed way
minutes
sooner than that.
Yeah, but if we derail sooner than like half an hour, I usually do a second prediction.
Shit, we derailed a lot last week when you weren't here to like program it. It was almost a whole
there
derail
was no
session.
rails.
It was
It was all
just
derailed. I'm glad we got it before the hour
all
mark.
It
derailed.
was all
the
derailed.
one plot point I was gonna like try and focus on was like your boat sinking, and you guys just walked away. I was like, oh okay. Huh. Okay.
Didn't we?
Yeah, I was talking with Ali about that. I'm like, yeah, and I feel like we had to do something. And I was like, oh, guys, we checked the boat, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we heard him in there. It's fine. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, that's fine. And she's like, but you knew you should check the boat. Why didn't you check the boat? I'm like, oh, because one of them said it was fine. And then as soon as we got there, I'm like, oh, that's not fine.
Yeah, I drove to work and I'm like, that's my bad.
Oh, I can hear him. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, wait a second.
So obviously Ko says none of that shit about the dust, sand, and gravel.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah.
obviously.
Okay.
But as you sit down and there's plenty of food still left, Jedd, hot food still left. Yeah. The others seem to have enjoyed their meal as you take a few bites. Yeah.
So guys, I have some great news and some bad news.
Go for it.
What?
We still have a boat.
Oh god.
Why wouldn't
Yeah.
You watch as Kyoshi
What's
slowly
the bad
lowers the
news?
fork from her mouth, like takes a moment to chew and swallows and goes, "What's happened to the boat, Jedd?"
It's all fixed. I looked
What?
after everything. Don't worry
What?
about it.
What
What did you
happened?
do to the boat?
Yeah, what did
Yeah,
you do
what-
to the
what-
boat, Jedd?
Yeah, what
I
happened
did
for it to
nothing.
need to be fixed?
I swear on
No,
Nope.
my life?
that's not worth much.
I stare at Ted when he says that.
I swear on Mr. Squiggles?
Oh,
Okay.
do that.
okay.
That
You
I
ser-
did nothing to the boat.
He's
So,
serious.
In this moment, you swear on Arturius that you did nothing to the boat. Is that what
I
happens?
said Mr. Squiggles. I didn't say
but
Artorius.
your intention is what matters here, less the words.
I didn't mean for this to happen. No.
So you make a promise and an oath against Arturius. Okay, cool. Carry on. Against
Yeah,
a spirit.
I would just like to clear up the fact that you're saying you did nothing to the boat, but you did in fact do something to the boat because you organized to have it fixed. So you're lying.
I personally didn't cause harm to the boat. However, the boat did sink.
You watch as Kyoshi just slowly places the fork down, places her head in her hands, and just sighs.
Even better news, it's been fixed.
How much did that cost us?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I hate airbenders. I just have no concept of currency.
Currency,
Yeah.
literally.
Did you pay 10 or 100 gold to get it fixed? How much
Not
did
that
you
much.
pay?
He
Like
gave me 50 and said that it was nothing, so
I gave him 2. He asked for like 10, and I was like, no, that's too much. And
how
two
would
was-
you know it's too much?
Wait,
And two's even too much, but like, yeah, it's fine.
How
I'm
would you know
proud of
that's too
him.
much?
He's learning to barter, guys.
Master Seon told me that
Teaching
like
him.
Master Seon was like, hey, money is actually like really important.
Money's actually
Go around spending it all.
literally like get your shit together.
and it was like, then the guys that were gonna fix it were like, oh, this is an easy fix. So I was like, it can't be that much.
Okay.
I would have fallen for it.
I'm proud of you.
You're a dummy.
So it's all fixed. The boat is usable. However, our friend that was in the boat,
He's dead, isn't he? What happened, Craig?
Who? Craig?
I hardly know him. He's no longer in the boat. He took some supplies and he stole a boat next door and he booked it.
Next door.
What a guy. What a pirate.
Yeah,
Well-
well, pirate.
It seems fitting.
To be fair,
I'm
we
glad-
probably shouldn't have left him unguarded. I know the knots were tight, but I blame myself. I should have foreseen this.
I really should have put that bear trap in front of him.
You should have.
Fifth Nations, they're slippery.
But
slippery
it's okay.
buggers.
So everything's looked after there. We just need to go get supplies now.
How much did we lose in the boat?
Just like whatever little food we had, and like
And the
little bit of
furs?
furs we had.
Yes.
Like the little bit, not much.
Okay. Well, luckily,
The boots.
With the fur.
the whole dock was looking at. As
Yeah.
Kyoshi sort of turns towards Tilla and Tilla and Yara. Well, Yara's gone. Just you, Tilla. Kyoshi turns to you, and goes, "Well, at least you and Yara have been able to go and collect the bounties, correct? At least we have some money to purchase the furs and the food for your Koya."
Ew.
Why do you-
We're gonna be put out by a fair bit of money.
Why'd you
We
say it
talked
like
about this.
that?
We talked about this last week as well.
We did. So this was prior to
Oh.
us learning that we also now have to replace stuff.
No, with that we didn't. This was never taking into account anything that was in the boat. This was always just taking into account what we needed to get.
No, I know that, but now also factoring in.
What do we need to replace?
stuff
We
that
don't need to replace anything. We just need to get more food and water for us, which is like not even a full crate because we already have stuff.
We have stuff on us, don't we?
Yeah.
Mm.
So like what was on the boat was just a excess. It wasn't anything.
I think it was just bedrolls and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was just mainly bedrolls that we lost.
Yeah. I've still got the squid ink
And
drink in
fresh
my bag.
water, which we do need. We just need one thing of fresh water.
Maybe two.
No, why? We got
This
water
is just
vessels.
for us, the fresh water
Andrew-
while we're traveling. That should be
Yeah.
sufficient.
I
And
mean,
if
we've
we've
got
got,
waterbenders, but
yeah, if we have
Waterbenders
waterbenders.
Read this down.
can we
enough.
filter water?
Yes.
Can we desalinate water?
So, good question. We do see Katara separate mud from water with the help of with the help of Toph during the Painted Lady in season 3.
Yeah.
I would, and actually, no, she does some stuff herself as well. She like depollutes the river. So I would argue yes. I would say that like
Okay.
especially
We
with
can
like
pull the water away from it.
yeah, and if you've also
Take the
got like
water away from salt.
yeah, and if you've got an Earthbender there too, I would say like together, an Earthbender and a Waterbender for sure should be able to get rid of salt from water. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, minerals
Dragon.
and yeah stuff. It was just
Dragon.
I want to be very sure.
$85
Like, yeah.
in total. That's everything. That's everything that we need to spend.
Oh, because in my writing, from what we got told, I had 70 to 80 gold, and then 3 gold and 2 silver. I have no recollection of what is what.
Okay, 3 gold, 5 silver for food, which will probably be bumped up to 5 gold now with what we need to replace, like water-wise and stuff like
was
that.
it 5 silver or 2 silver? I
5.
don't remember. Okay.
And then 70 or 80 gold for fur. I just do the 80, and then just if we have excess, that's good.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me,
Okay.
guys. Can I do the bartering for us? Like,
I was gonna actually go get one of the,
Wolf Cove person.
other locals that like probably well respected in the area.
a well-respected local.
Whoa,
You're
are you
going
a
to
firebender?
trust-
That was a burn.
Yeah, you gotta trust another person you do not know from Wolf's Cove.
Hey, we could
we
ask
just
Co's
go?
parents.
Yourself.
Yeah. Are you serious? You don't want to ask
Yara.
Co's
Got Yara,
I asked Ko, if you're gonna get someone to buy the stuff for us, right?
Yara.
Just put this in. Pretend you
Yara's
don't
not here
know.
at the moment.
Pretend you don't know me and my history and all that sort of fun stuff. Would you trust any other person with Wolf's Cove, or would you trust me as I pull a mustache out of my bag?
What coat are you
Penny
wearing right now,
bottom.
by the way?
I don't have my coat on. I don't have the
Okay,
Fire
good.
Nation coat on. I have my my Water Nation garb on.
You mean your Fifth Nation garb?
You mean your Fifth Nation garb? Yeah.
No, it's
Garb?
blue. It's just generic quality priority.
It's not his
It
long
actually
coat.
says not Fifth Nation on the back.
It does, yeah.
Hey, Keeko?
Yeah.
Keeko, who do you think is going to get a better deal?
Yara?
The complete stranger that they've never seen before, or a local?
Or better
that's
yet,
that's where
someone who used
I-
to be a local who left to join piracy, who they do know him, they know of him at least, or someone like Kiyu or Yara
This
who
is
are here all the
where-
time.
Whose parents?
This is where I pull in. Can I pull into my little bag of tricks?
God.
As I pull out a mustache, I smick it on. I get a little bit of
Sorry,
like,
Sorry.
I've got
What do you do?
a little mustache. I put on my lip.
No, you used a
put that on
specific
there.
word that I just want to double check. What do you do with it?
I forgot.
You
something
smick it on, is what you said.
Yeah, I schmick it on top of my lips, and I get a little bit of wax in my bag.
Just adding that to my lexicon.
My eyebrows, I shape my eyebrows up a little bit like that, and I would be using, out of uniform with this ability here to be like, hello, my name is Mercantile Shippenbottom.
Mercantile Shippenbottom.
Keeko, you could
that work
still
on
do
us?
that.
Out of curiosity.
My point still stands. Who's
And
going to
I'll
get
use-
more credibility? A local townsperson
Listen,
or
or
a
some random they've
complete
never met
stranger?
before.
I
Where did
am,
Keeko go?
I am out of uniform person who lives in Wolf Cove. I'm not Keeko anymore.
They know everyone.
They
who-
know everyone
people live in Wolf's Cove.
Actually, this isn't the Wolf Cove we see in Atla. Remember, this is much more like the Northern Water Tribe. Like there's a lot of people here. You might not know everyone by name, but you would recognize a lot of people. But there would be people you wouldn't really recognize that well. Like this is a big spot, and people come and go, right? Like the Water Tribe isn't sorry, the Southern Water Tribe isn't quite like the Northern, where there's one big city. It's like Wolf Cove is kind of like the hub of a lot of stuff. But there's other tribes all around the South Pole that come and go. In this instance, I hate to admit it, but Keiko's disguise would actually work quite well.
I feel like
Potentially.
you're just saying that so that our silly character goes off and tries to barter.
I don't know. You wound me.
You wound me.
Also,
Yeah,
our
it's still
point still stands though.
I'm just saying, Keiko's entire
someone that is
personality
well-versed in
Yeah,
the
well versed in like
Keiko's
community.
entire personality is.
yeah,
Keiko's entire personality is he grew up here in Wolf's Cove. Just so you know, he's lived here his entire life.
Not his
yeah,
entire
you
life.
also deserve it.
And I'm also Master of Disguise. Ever seen that movie that flopped that no one really
So
paid attention
hear
to?
this out.
Fucking
though.
That was not a
Who's a
flop. That was the
well-respected
best
Irish
movie
star?
ever.
Excellent.
It was so good. Am I not totally enough for the Tour Club?
No, you gotta say it properly. Am I not totally enough for the Tudor Club? Gotta say it properly.
Also, like a well-respected pirate hunter that is a staple of the community.
Okay.
Better.
Okay, I lay down my arms.
That he
I
could
lay down
probably
my
get it.
arms as I peel off my mustache.
Battling the fact that
And-
you're trying to beat a well-versed person, part of the community that could probably get us discounts. You ain't winning this argument.
Would I be able to rebuttal this, Owen, with my knowledge of Wolf's Cove, whether or not she says some other person will get discounts? Would I be able to have like local knowledge?
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I can roll for it if it's like
Yeah.
something.
I'm
that's
gonna
not
say, can
easy.
you roll with? I was trying to think what would be the best one to roll. Can you roll with focus for me on this one?
I certainly can.
As you think back over your time.
That's not my strong point, but I can do it.
That's what we're gonna roll with.
That's a 12.
That's
It's a
what I'm gonna
12.
roll with.
Doesn't matter. It is your strong point,
Jesus
apparently.
Christ, dude.
You got a +0 to that. You rolled 2 6s.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've rolled 12s
also,
twice in a
taking
row.
The fact that he rolled a 12 literally
The
2
other one
seconds
too.
ago.
I know. He's only rolled two things. No, he's rolled 3 things. Keeko,
Game-
have you rolled a
I rolled
12?
the other one by accident. That was
That
an
was an
accident.
11.
That was an accident. I just pressed it by accident. I
So-
wasted on my good rolls, guys.
Can I roll? I'm
You
a people
are-
person on.
Can you roll? I'm a people person. You can, yeah, sure. Keeko, as you think through, again, you've not been in Wolf Cove for a while, been out for a couple of years, but
Yeah.
you would know there's a few places where being an outsider might be of benefit. For the most part, what Tilla, what Lilly, what Jedd, what everyone is saying is 100% correct. Being a local means you're likely going to be getting a better relationship with the person. They know you're going to buy from them again. Pretty easy stuff. However, there is I don't want to call it a black market, but there is an undermarket that operates outside of Wolf Cove. Items that might need to be shifted quickly, items that might not want to be sold within the community because of their origin. There are times where it can be beneficial to be an outsider who's going to leave with these items quickly and not come back with them. If you were to approach such a person, there is a good chance that you would get a discount if you were able to show them that you could remove the items quickly and efficiently from Wolf Cove. If you also were able to demonstrate connections to the underground, shall we say, that would also be of benefit to you. The network that the Fifth Nation set up for fencing goods hasn't been fully dismantled with their collapse. There's too much money involved. And if you were able to take advantage of some of those contacts, play yourself off as a member of the Fifth Nation, you could potentially get a pretty good discount here. You think we're talking like 10-20% discount if it's stolen goods that they need to get out of Wolf Cove quickly? Yeah, you could shift stuff here quickly. He got a 12. Don't look at me like that. He got a 12. I've got to give him something. I have to throw him a bone.
That's damn good, because I was when I created my backstory, I knew there was like shifty areas of Wolf Cove, but it's all like bits, and that's like, oh, okay, that's good.
You've got to remember the environment. Like, the environment of Wolf Cove created the Fifth Nation, right? This was where they started, within the Southern Water Tribe. Like, there's stuff deeper under the surface there that still hasn't been resolved yet, for sure.
I know, but we're just looking for furs.
Yeah. How many furs and foods
but
on the black
Keeko
market?
can get you the finest furs. The most illegal, finest furs.
Yeah, that's it.
If you want freshly skinned polar mink, Keeko knows where to get that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Arctic
the undermarket
hedgehog.
would sell things that explode too.
They might also.
I'm more interested.
It's a good.
As I
Wolf
shared
Cove's
this
a good
information-
spot for traveling stuff via ship, especially from the Fire Nation. To get it up into Chameleon Bay, this is a really good stop-off point. Yeah.
I'll be sharing this information over. I'll be like, didn't want to bring this up. I thought we were going to go the normal route, but
We
hopefully,
can.
like, you
We
guys
can
think we
just
can
go
trust
the normal
one person.
route.
Yeah, but you could get the same thing
Question.
for 40% off, better
No.
quality, and
we're not
we just have to
no.
move it. We have to get it out here, and plus, there's going to be other things that we need there
Question.
that these guys don't sell. They only sell like
Just
like
hypothetically.
salted meat. You want it like
Hypothetically.
salted meat?
Salted pork, you
say?
Hypothetically, if we do this, are we going to run into trouble? Most likely, yes. This is just a quick, easy, simple task. Grab
Ooh,
stuff.
the
put it on the
Airbender's
boat.
worried about trouble. Ooh.
We've caused enough trouble as it is. Jesus Christ.
To be fair,
are we going to cause?
He's only
cause
just
trouble? We
been
blew up the
unbanished.
chief.
Like, to be fair, it's not even been a day since his banishment was revoked, and he knows that if he bumps into Sayan again after Sayan comes back from the longhouse,
It's like
We need to just get stuff on the boat and go. That's
It's at this
all we have
point,
to do.
Jedd.
That's our last time.
It's at this point, Jedd, you
worry about
realize
trouble. Sorry, you go.
you realize that Sayan hasn't had a chance to formalize your unbanishment yet. None of the other air temples know that your
I know.
banishment's been
I've
lifted.
given up on it. I've given up on
Oh,
it, but
okay.
it's fine. I just sort of just want to be like, we don't need to do this. We can just get stuff, put it on the boat, and leave.
Just freaking stop.
I hear you. I see you. But
No, you don't. I don't think you do. I
But
don't think you
you're
do.
worried about getting in trouble. You literally blew up
No,
the chief
I'm not worried
the
about.
Wolf Cove Water Tribe. The chief of my people is exploded. My best friend is without a dad, and he is now
Yeah, you're
the
right.
de
He's
facto
highly
leader
emotional
of
and hates
Wolf
us.
Cove. So if you think we're going to get any more trouble than we're in right now,
Yeah, you're right.
that
So
trouble
won't
doesn't
find any
exist
excuse
because
just to
the
throw
de
us
facto
in prison
chief
anyway.
is my best friend who, believe it or not, I
Still
saved
hates us.
twice. No, he hates you. He loves me. Big difference. So I'm your best bargaining chip to make sure you get out of Wolf's Cove alive.
Let me do this, or I will jail you via my friend. Let me have this.
Tilla, I agree. I agree with that. Keeko, you can go do that.
Okay.
Have
If
fun.
you give me 100 gold, I can see that Lily is keen to go out there. Lily and I, we go shopping. You come with. You'll be our muscle. We'll be safe. If you guys are too scared to go to the black market,
Question.
the market. I'm just gonna say it's a market.
Question. Why do you need 100 gold if you can get a discount on stuff that only costs 80?
Well, I might want extra things while I'm there. I don't know what I'm gonna find. I might find something really cool. I'm not gonna spend it all. Just need it.
Just in case.
In case. Isn't that right? Yeah, Lily's on board. And Lily, I'm pretty sure, has all the gold anyway, so you're gonna argue with Lily.
No, I have
Tilla has all the gold
I
right
have
now.
the money.
Tilla.
Yeah, no, you're trying to convince me. I have the money.
And she's a cop.
She's not
Worse
a cop,
than a
she's a
narc.
sheriff. It's a difference.
It's not though. It's really not. It's
Really not.
they're all. I'm not going to say the word I was about to say. They're all roses.
So
Question.
I've done a lot of talking.
Bree.
What do you guys think?
If I go with Brandon and he is actively trying to like convince people that he is not him
Yeah.
by wearing a disguise,
Yeah.
if I disguise myself a little bit as well, could I use that as one of my bad habits, which is con?
Yes.
conning people?
Yes, you could.
That could be very helpful to
Thing
us.
is,
Just
though,
saying.
Kiko's plan is to present himself as a associate of the Fifth Nation, which means the best way to do that is to not bother with a disguise in any way, shape, or form. Just be like, hey, it's me, Kiko. You know the guy.
But also, didn't he run away from the Fifth Nation?
The question is how much of that information has gotten back to
that's true.
the Water Tribe. You guys don't know. You don't know. Good question. So yes, I would say there's definitely an element of a con here, no matter which way you play this. So yes, Lily, 100%. If you were to use your bad habits, this would count as a bad habit.
Do you want me to roll it now or roll it once we finish convincing Tilla to give us money?
I mean, you can roll it now if you want, but it probably makes sense to roll when you know you're going to use it. So yeah, feel free to hold it for the time being. Should you bring a child to the black market? It depends how much they're worth, I guess.
Yes.
Depends how much you can sell them for. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I'm sorry. We're not just bringing a child to the black market. We're bringing a
Right.
technology expert who specializes in bombs and traps.
Well, I think we might have reached the hour mark, which means that we're about to watch There it is.
Yeah. I'm really glad it didn't happen in the middle of his monologue.
I would have liked that more, to be perfectly honest. That would have been pretty funny. That would have been pretty funny. I would have just played that off like roleplay while Kiko just has a stroke in front of you. Just drops back. Oh, he's aphasia. He's unable to speak for a solid 5 minutes or something. Tilla, you've heard the proposal from Kiko. It sounds like Lily's a little bit on board as well. What are your thoughts?
No. I'm with Jedd in this. We don't need to make this a big thing.
Let him have fun.
You don't need to go to a black market.
Let him have some fun.
Why don't you all
give
go?
him?
You could all go.
No.
He'll stay home.
So
Please?
it's going to be around 85 gold that we need, right?
You can give him 50.
That's what you think with your estimate. You think you'll need around about 80, 85.
Give him
Yeah, okay.
50 gold.
I reckon if you give us 50, and if what he's saying is true about being able to get a really good discount, that's going to more than cover it, and so it's going to save us a decent amount of money.
So I just want on record, I said to Brandon 10 to 20%. He pitched to you 40%. So you're operating off a 40% discount. So yeah, that you
I
in
am
your
in
mind,
fact doing that, yes.
50 be perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah. No dramas. That should be plenty.
Fucking, you know what? Go have fun. Can I give Lily the money?
You can
Yeah,
give Lily
absolutely.
the money. Yes, of course you can. Of course you
Okay,
can.
Lily.
That's the only
Lily-
person I would trust with the money.
Yeah, Keeko, I love you, buddy, but I'm giving the child the money.
How
Fine by
much
me.
are you giving me?
50.
All right.
50? What about my
You
share?
said you could get 40%.
What about my share of the gold, though?
No. You can get that when you get back.
Doesn't feel fair to me at all. Doesn't feel like a union of people together with shared interests. Feels like
I think everyone forgets the fact that I'm not part of the
capitalism.
Avatar.
I think at this
I
stage,
think everyone forgets
But I'm not part of the
at
Avatar
this
collective.
stage, it's safe to say you are.
You've been with us for a while.
Normally,
Avatar, she's withholding
Anyway.
pay.
you don't get paid.
I'm not going
Also, I
to.
don't pay you.
I'm not going to be intervening on this. You should be able to sort this out yourselves, but I do think it is important that as a group you took down these pirates and these bandits. As a group you should share fairly evenly. That would be my Otherwise, we're seeing the same corruption that has torn through Ba Sing Se and left it in ruins. One person shouldn't be in charge of how money is spent. It should be a conversation between all those involved. That is the community we're going to be building on Yokoya.
How much money did you get? Let's
Thank you,
divide that by... divide that by...
Yara,
Hey.
Q, and Co were also part of that. Kyoshi goes, I'm not going to claim my share. I don't need to claim a share. All we need to do is return with the goods that are required. That is enough for me.
How much gold did you get?
Split
So
the gold
it's
between the
roughly
rest of
50
you.
each.
I'll
Yeah,
give
but
mine to
if it's-
Keeko.
If you split it,
No!
if you split it between the pirate hunters and your group, yeah, I think it works out about 52 gold each from memory. About that, I think.
Can I have my share?
Because, like, whether you trust me or not, I'm still going
Does that
to
also
buy things
count-
within my
Hang on.
life.
That doesn't account
Does
for
that
taking the
also-
costing out. That's just the total amount that you got from the bounties.
No. Does that also account for the ones that I got separately?
No, you've got your own separate ones.
Remember.
You've got 10 extra gold for that.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, we should minus the...
I have pocket money.
You've got pocket money.
You do. This is what it's like to be like a person outside of the Air Nation. You have money to buy things that you want or
Keeko, they don't
what you
understand money.
survive.
What you could
Well,
do,
I'm pretty sure he needs food.
what you could do, if you wanted to do this the fairest way possible,
His money on
you
the
could
food.
give 40 gold to each person, including the pirate hunters, and that would leave you with 80 gold
80
to do.
that needs to be spent on supplies and
Supplies.
supplies only.
Yeah, and that would be pretty fair. If you want to do it that way, and then Tilla, you've also
we
got
could-
your extra
That's the
10.
way, that's
You've
the
got
way
your
it should
extra
be
10,
done,
Tilla.
yes.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with
'Cause
Okay.
I still remember the fact I took some for my own.
So Tilla, cross
42
out
each?
cross out the
I'm
money
getting
you've
my
got.
money for that.
Cross out the money you've got on there. So now Tilla, you've got 50 gold. The rest of you each have 40 gold.
that. I have
yes.
40.
Yeah, sorry. Add 40 to your existing. Yeah, sorry.
I also
Yes.
still have a rancid puddle of milk
Hang on. Oh, dear lord.
It could be worth something.
and a kite that I can't get wet.
Does that? Hey. Hang on.
How much have you got currently? How much have you got currently, Dragon?
418.
Okay, so what we'll do.
418.
Yeah, so what we'll do. So take.
Which is why I'm like, there's a little bit of money that isn't accounted.
Yeah. It'll be the 18. So let's take it as 410. So we'll take the 8 out. If we divide that by 8, and then take that off. So yeah. So okay. So each of you have 40. Oops, sorry, that's not right. There we go. All right. So each you have 40. Dragon, you've got 50. Has everyone got that? Has everyone sorted on that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have money.
What was that? Sorry.
I have more money in this game than I do in real life.
Yeah, probably. That means that you've then got the 80 for the supplies. If you keep that as 88 for the supplies, that gives you a bit of buffering power on either side. And then depending on whether it's more expensive or less expensive, we'll then figure out the remainder after that. How does that sound?
Yeah.
So it's just 8 gold that
question.
needs to be accounted for.
I have a question about currency. Conversion from silver to gold.
10. 10
10?
silver equals 1 gold.
And...
Copper to silver, 10 copper equals 1 gold.
No,
Sorry,
I
1
only
silver.
got silver, so it's okay.
What about
cool.
platinum
I haven't really added platinum in Avatar
or
because it's not.
Ethereum?
I haven't added that either because that's definitely not
Fuck
going to exist.
Ethereum. That shit can get out of here.
But platinum we haven't done.
I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've had gold in the game.
I thought for sure, Archie, you were going to make a joke
You
about what
got
about
paid by
pearl,
the
diamonds,
flying
and emeralds.
opera.
But you
Yeah,
didn't.
you definitely had gold before.
You've made money before.
Yeah.
We all
You
had a
want
bit
to
of...
use gold to
Buy
buy
your
your
jacket. Yeah.
Oh no, I do have 6 gold.
Oh yeah, you
Okay,
bought
no,
my
it's in-
jacket.
Random notes. I went through. I have 46 gold now.
There you go. And so you do also have the additional 88 gold set aside for the supplies,
supplies.
and then I'll let you know whatever's left over. So are you giving any of that money? Yeah.
Yeah, are you giving me 50 out of that money to go shopping, and that way you still have 38 to use on food and water and stuff at
In
the very
case
least
something
if
goes
anything
really
goes wrong.
bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So everyone gets paid 40.
So Lily, you've got
Lily, I'm
mine.
giving 50 out of the funds for stuff.
So you have 38
Oh.
left for supplies.
Yeah.
Would they buy a really expensive ruby? For a good
I wouldn't
price.
put it past them. Of course, they fucking.
No,
Are you
but
kidding?
for a good price, or would they try to down like?
Why do you want a ruby?
No, buy. Would they buy one off us?
Oh, you want to sell a ruby?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Maybe.
but I'm also just thinking you're just giving it to Avatar Village, and they can figure shit out. Give
No,
them
how
money to
charitable.
spend.
Could they get a better deal on it? I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Earth Nation would probably have more use for gems and stuff. Like, know where to trade them at least.
Yeah.
I feel like I should know whether or not, but I have no idea. Owen.
There's not a lot of gem trade in the Seawong Oasis, so you've got no fucking idea.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's not something. It's not something
Lily's
you'd
no
need
help
to-
here either. She would have seen them in like shop fronts, but she wouldn't have given them much of a shit for them.
Yeah.
They don't explode.
No,
That's
well,
true,
also
they
you
don't.
wouldn't have seen gemstones in shop front, Silly. You were very rarely up in the upper city. Gemstones aren't super common.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are like courts and things like that, sure. But in terms of, or like geminite, but in terms of like rubies, sapphires, diamonds, I mean that stuff's really, it's not as common, and it's used
I've had
mostly as
snakes.
adornment.
Yes. Good job.
Okay, let's go shopping.
Woo!
Perfect.
Come along,
Spend
Keeko.
All 44 gold. Right
Let's
now.
go.
That's what I'm afraid of. You're just gonna spend everything all at once.
Someone's gonna hit me up in the shop and be like, "Ooh, would you like to buy this rock?" And I'll be like, "All I have is 44 gold. Is that enough?"
Perfect. It must be fate, my friends, for that is the exact cost of this rock.
It's like a rock painted red.
It is destiny that calls you to this rock, my friend. If you know its exact price, you carry the exact gold value of it in your pockets. That is fate's destiny calling to you, my friend.
Oh my god,
Ted's
you
not
sold
allowed
me.
to go shopping alone.
Keeko and Lilly. As you make your way downstairs, walking past the kitchen, you can see Ko's mum is busy at work behind the counter. Ko's dad is nowhere to be seen right at this point, but probably off doing something else. All right, Keeko. Yeah, as you go to help, Ko like gives you a bit of a pat on the back. I was like, I'll stay around here and just keep an eye on mum and dad. Just make sure everything's okay with them, and just keep an ear out if anything happens. I'll get a message to you if there's anything to be worried about. Just stay safe, yeah.
We'll do, Co. I'll give him a big hug. Thanks for always being there for me. And there's like a whisper in his ear. Boyfriend?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's
He's a little
flustered.
bit awkward. Yeah, a little bit flustered. A little bit of colour comes to his
I'll hug
cheeks.
I hug him hard. I give him a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Didn't want to say it in front of your parents, but I'm glad we made it vocal.
Oh
It's
no,
real
they're
now.
pretty cool actually. They'll be fine. Yeah, they're pretty supportive.
That was a worry. Okay.
They know.
Now
It's
a
not.
worry.
Yeah, they know.
Now you can tell them it's official. And we'll be safe. Little Lily and I will be going by the docks. If you don't see us in the next 2 hours, come down that way. If you hear any bells or alarms ringing, it's probably us. But we'll be fine. It's gonna be fine down there. Don't worry.
We'll come straight away if there's any sort of signs of things going wrong. We'll make sure we're there instantly.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be-
Temptation
we'll-
to leave.
We'll go there. And okay, if you're gonna pick a name for me, what name would you pick for me?
Pick a name for you. Oh, like an
Yeah, that was
undercover
my
name.
Yeah, exactly.
Trent.
Okay, Ko's gonna roll.
Mr. McGinliam.
Mr. McGilliam.
Ko's gonna roll a dice for this. I'll do like a random generated water tribe name. Brandon, could you please roll a push your luck for me?
Oh, certainly.
I'm gonna pick from a list of best to worst.
God, why are they all passion? 7.
7, okay. I think you should go Nalok.
Null.
That's a good
Nalok.
name.
Nalok.
Nalok's a great name.
Wait, Narlock?
Nalok.
Nice.
Narwhal.
Nice.
Narwhal.
A Nuzlocke. A
Nuzlocke.
challenge.
That's what I thought you said to begin with.
I'm
Nuzlocke.
I'm gonna go. I'm going Nuzlocke.
Nuzlocke. Why not?
For Pokemon fans out there.
Sfeel. I think you should call yourself Sfeel. It's the only good name.
Doof.
Bidoof. Badoof yourself,
Just
mate.
knock Kabutops.
Yeah, it's a shit Pokemon. Yeah. Nuzlocke it is.
Nuzlocke, got it. That's a good name, Ko. I will be Nuzlocke down there as I slap on a moustache.
I've rolled my bad habits. I rolled a 6, so I used the re-roll that we had from the achievement, and I've marked off on my sheet that I've used it, and I rolled a
Nice.
14.
Nice. 14 is very nice.
So when you
Believe you
indulge a
told
bad
2.
habit with a
Yeah.
friend, on a hit, you and your friend pull it off and grow closer. So we're like this now. Each
Hell
of you
yeah.
makes the other inspired, so you can mark it the inspired status. On a
Nice.
10 plus, you also obtain some useful resource or information and become prepared as well. So you can mark. I don't know if that's both of us.
I think it's just
Okay,
you for the
I
prepared.
think it. I don't know. And yeah, so we will be able to obtain some useful resource or additional information as part of this now.
Oh,
Don't you
they're
worry.
unstoppable.
I've got you covered. As you make your way down towards the docks, we'll stick with you two for the moment, just for where we're at with this. So yeah, as you make your way down towards the docks, Keeko, you vaguely know where to go. This is how you kind of got out of Wolf Cove. You and Sonak was via one of the contacts that you know on the dock. You're not sure if he's still there, but Venel, who is on the surface appears to be a merchant. He was the contact that you had that kind of got you two in with the Fifth Nation. You know where he is, you know where his stalls are. He has a little shop front down on the docks as well. And he runs sort of like almost like a distributorship style mercantile business, right? Where goods that come in from other nations, he buys off merchants and traders and then sells on himself at different prices. He also fences shitloads of stolen stuff. Like he's got contacts in the Fire Nation, in the Earth Kingdom. Like he fences shit all the time. As you head down towards the docks and approach the stall, you can see that Venel's currently talking with a rather tall Water Tribe woman. Doesn't look to be too much older than you, Keeko. Maybe early to mid 20s. Oh, wait, no, hang on. How old are you now? Probably early to mid 30s.
Yeah.
As you age each session. No, yeah, so probably early to mid 20s.
Button.
And you can see she reaches out with her hands. They shake hands. You hear this clink gold for a second as they shake hands, and then when she pulls her hand back, you can see a little, what looks like some sort of brooch suddenly tucked away in her hand that she quickly puts in her pocket, gives him a nod, turns and wanders off in the opposite direction. As you
God, they're
approach,
really bad at sleight of hand.
yeah, it's her first time. As you approach Venel, he's actually much as you remember Keeko. Temples are a lot grayer, sideburns are a lot longer and a bit bushier. But the keen blue eyes that gaze out underneath these bushy eyebrows, his very tanned, bronze face, very, very thin moustache that sort of stretches down right down to the bottom of the chin, the cheek on either side, a little bit of a soul patch as well. And as you approach, he turns and goes, "Ah, Keeko! Hello. Wondered when I'd be seeing you again."
I peel off my moustache. Yeah, I guess you remember me, don't you?
I
Good to see
sold you the
Venel.
moustache, Keeko. I think I should remember my own handiwork. Yeah.
I pull the moustache up and put towards him. Ah, yeah, it was a lot less grayer back then, wasn't it? And I just come in there and shake his hand.
And who is your friend?
This little barnacle here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Introduce myself.
This little barnacle. It reminds me of fucking Captain from Tintin. Blue blistering barnacles. What's his name? Captain Haddock from Tintin. Blue blistering barnacles. Barnacles. Nice.
I'll just wave and be like, "Hi, I'm Safi. Nice to meet you."
Safi, short for Sapphire. Why is
Sure
he a pirate
is.
all of a sudden? Never mind.
No.
Because I did blue blistering
Well, that
barnacles.
nation.
It's my fault. Blue blistering. Sapphire, Safi, short for Sapphire, no?
Yeah, my parents had a great sense of humor.
Very well. How can I help you today, Keeko and Safi?
Well, looking to do the usual trade. Buy, sell, see what's good. Looking for furs. Anything you got a good deal on, anything that's happened across your stall.
We talking top shelf or under the
Wow.
counter?
What's the cellar looking like?
Might have something for you. Gotta move it quickly though. Sellers
We're good.
acquired it from the hall.
Ooh, for the hole. The one that just blown up?
There was a bit of chaos and, well, don't want to say that did a bit of pillaging, but
Well, I wouldn't know anything about what happened to the chief and the remnants of his body.
Shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't know anything about that. But
you watch as
I wouldn't say
Venel.
anything about you having the pillaged wares from the hole. I would be happy to take them off your hands.
Keeko, we don't need to go through this. You know, we work well together. Why make this threats? We do good business, Keeko. Let's talk this through.
I'm just testing the waters. I love you. You love me. It's been a few years. Who knows what's changed? I still sense love. There's still love between us, right? You help me.
Of
I'll
course,
help you.
Keeko. I love all my customers, and you were a good customer. So, you were up at the hall.
No. Well, I've heard about it. I've seen it.
Roll me to trick an NPC. You flat out lie.
Ah.
You put your foot.
You step into this every single time, by the way.
He does
do-
it on
I know.
purpose, I'm sure.
I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's an 8 looking great.
I need you to
Okay.
stop doing it on purpose.
Okay. Okay, if you went up there, did you arrive a bit later? Did you get anything you need me to move?
Sure. I'll arrive there later. I've seen the mess. Look, I don't have anything I need to move, but I'll be happy to move your wares because I'm going to be heading out of here tonight, and I know you've got some things you need to get rid of. So,
Okay, I
I
can help you with some furs.
You know the ways. The get out stuff. I need to trade and survive.
Okay, well, there are some furs that I would like moved today or tomorrow at the latest. I could do some coin for them. We're talking fine stuff, though. This is from Chieftain Currit's private collection.
I would love the private. I'll look down at Sappy. Like Sappy, are you a fan of the private collection?
I would have to see it first.
Very wise, very wise. Come in. We'll have a bit of a look, and you can tell me what you think. With that, you
Okay.
watch as Venel gives you a nod, turns and begins heading inside the stall behind him. The curtain pulled wide to reveal a dark room beyond. That as soon as you step through, closes the curtain behind him. Leans over towards what looks like some sort of like bench setup. And as he pulls what just looks like a plank of wood set into the bench, as he pulls on this plank of wood and then pushes it back, you hear the sound of something thunking. And then you watch as the entire side of the bench slowly falls down, revealing it's hollow underneath, and there is a whole bunch of shit stuffed up in here. As he reaches up and pulls out a few leather satchels, it looks like 3 leather-bound packages. He unrolls one, revealing gorgeous white fur covered in little black spots and little occasional streaks of grey through it. This is here from his private smoking room.
I sniff the furs. Does
There's
smell
a
like
sort
smoke.
of a woody wood smoke. Smoking in this case, not so much like a pipe smoking room, more like a room to fill with wood smoke and to sit in as a way of kind of like meditating and to clean oneself as well. Wood smoke is seen as a cleaning thing. There's a ritualistic aspect here too. It smells good, but the fur, Keeko, it's so soft. You run your hands across the surface. It's so luxurious.
Can I examine the stitching and make sure it's of good quality and it's not just a soft material?
For sure, yeah. I'd say this falls
I'm
under...
gonna roll assess history.
Yeah, I'd say
This is why I bought
assess.
you, because I was already sold.
Oh, that's a
Assess.
3. I know nothing.
Lily, it's
What's the most valuable thing in the
so
room?
soft. Oh, you can't help but like put it up against your face, just like rubbing your face against it. It feels so soft.
It's so soft, I want to die.
It's the softest thing you've ever
That's
touched.
so fluffy!
Okay.
You
But
regress to literally like a
also-
cartoon 9-year-old. You're like, it's so fluffy as you touch it.
Because I failed the assessor situation, I
Yeah.
can still ask what's the most interesting thing here to me.
The most interesting thing here to you. Good question. There is a box with 3 different types of locks across holding the lid down that sits up on the counter. It didn't fall when the counter was lifted. And as he pulls these packages out and lifts it back up, you can see the box stays in position. No noise comes from within, but the 3 locks, one at the front and then one at each side on the lid, yeah, it does kind of stand out a bit to you. What's more, you can see that it is this beautiful painted and enameled wood. This dark lacquer over the surface, almost like black in color. A single white stripe around the outside of the lid. You can't quite see the top of the box, but the outside is beautiful. Very well made. Not Water Tribe make, looking at it. Hard to say, maybe Fire Nation, maybe Earth Kingdom. Really exquisite.
I'm gonna ask about the box.
What do you ask about the box?
Where did you get this immaculate looking box from?
Ah, the box. This is just been delivered by some friends from across the sea. Just
Any
arrived.
chance you need that
hour
moved too?
No. This was a delivery. I am holding on to for someone else. They had clear instructions who to give it to, and I can't pass it on. It's for someone else. Paid well for it too, actually.
Who are you giving it to?
That's their secret, not mine to share. Discretion is the better part of valor, they say.
Yeah.
But they're
I'd
still
like
they're
to-
still here. The boat's just anchored up on the docks on the northernmost end. So you can't miss it. Big black sail.
Would I recognize the big black sail that was out there?
Big black sail. Doesn't trigger any
No.
memories for you, Keeko. The Fifth Nation operated underneath a I mean, they used painted sails of all different colors and features. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
pirate's flag or sail. It was kind of symbolizing the unity of the Fifth Nation in their difference. So yeah, no real like. It wasn't like the Jolly Roger, for sure.
Okay.
They didn't use that.
Yeah, did rock up, yeah. I'm like, yeah, Vanel, we'll buy these furs. Like, these furs are immaculate, but we're also looking for other goods of interest. Of course, I'd love to have your pockets for a great deal, of course, but I've got to know what's in that box and who you're giving it to. As from a friend you may not see for a while.
I don't
Can
know
you
what's
help
in the
us out
box.
here?
I don't know what's in it. I wasn't given the keys. I don't know. And I can't tell you. Sorry, Keeko, friend or not, I can't tell you. It's not my secret to share. I was paid quite handsomely for my silence.
If you can't tell us that, can you at least tell a friend who's a 4, as I'd like to try and plead with him?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
We're allowed to strategize out of character too, aren't we?
I'm going to use that inspiration I have, because that was a 5.
Mark it off. That is gone forever.
That's gone forever. That's a 7.
Classic DM move. Just tell if there's a
I
box.
only have 1 inspo left now.
Sorry, Keeko. This is it's not something I can share. This is a private matter. But if you wanted to ask these people, they are still here. They said they were heading in to investigate what happened up at the Longhouse. They said they were looking for some people. Interesting list of descriptions that they had.
I think they're looking for us.
Yeah, they're looking for us.
Yeah, they are.
I gotta go.
Yeah, they are.
I gotta dip.
Brandon, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me
Okay,
out.
go ahead. Yeah, go for it.
I move
Kill this guy,
one
and we can
more
get his
step
box.
towards-
I was just about to send Bree to the hobo.
I move one more step towards friendship. I have a +3 to my friendship roll for casual thievery and pickpocketing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You have to be involved in this with me because it has to be indulging a bad habit with a friend for this to be pulled off at a +3.
Oh, dude, me and you, ride or die. Let's go. Velma and Louise off the cliff.
What if you
Alright.
just like sort of
You need to
accidentally
distract
trip
him.
over and put some furs over the top?
I
of it
need to
and
distract
pick up
him?
with furs?
Okay. I'm like,
Okay.
Vanel. Okay. Think Vanel. I won't. Trust me. I know the ways of what we've done in our line of business. What you've given me is more than enough. I appreciate your service. Now, I grab him by the shoulder. I'm like, now these furs here, these are top quality furs. Like, I pull him towards the box close. Like, what are these worth to you, mate? Like, what are we looking at here? I'm thinking 15 gold, maybe.
15.
To get him out of here quickly. Get him out of here quickly. Trust me.
15 gold, Keeko. You're bleeding me dry. I bought these for more than 3 times that. Come now, Keeko. This is the
3 times that.
This is the finest furs taken from the palace.
You poor-
Chieftain of Wolf
you
Cove.
gotta
Come
be-
now, Keeko. I can't just. Come on. Work with me
You
here.
gotta pull. You can't pull my leg. Like, I know you've gotten these cheaper. Okay, I lowballed you. You're highballing me. What's a reasonable price here? What are we talking about here? To get this moving, you're happy, I'm happy. We all end up here out of a drink, and we're singing merriment at the end of the day.
So, is that an 11 I see for friendship to try and swipe the box? Are you putting it in? Are you putting it in with the furs, or are you just like taking it, putting it in your pack?
I'll probably take it and put it in my pack.
Okay. Cool. There's an empty space on the counter where the box once sat.
Cool.
Great. We're going to jump back with the rest of
we already
the group.
inspired and prepared, so we can't really tick those again.
No, we're
But
going to
I'm
jump
going to
back with
clear
you.
my inspired and go back a step.
Yeah.
So that I'm not on the edge.
We will jump back with the rest of the group now while you guys are kind of sorting this out. Keeko, before we disappear, could you please roll me, I'm going to say a push your luck, because you are trying to sort of convince him to go much lower on the furs and keep him distracted at the
Yeah.
same time. After you both drew attention to the box and showed that you really wanted to know more about it.
Okay, I'm
Like,
going to use my
really
last
brought his
inspiration.
attention on it.
So I had the inspiration from
Your birthday.
and I had the inspiration from Jedd
Achieving.
doing his thing.
Yep.
Jedd. Yep. So I'm gonna use that. Try it again.
Just put it in the furs.
Oh, it's a 9. Okay. phew.
Alrighty. We're going to jump back with the others. So, Jedd, Ted, Tilla. Back at Kiko's parents, not Kiko's, Ko's parents' cafe. What are you for
Not yet.
doing? Not yet.
Chill off. Do you want to make a bet? Oh no, we're both gonna bet on the same thing. Never mind. I was gonna say like they get in trouble, right? But like we're both yes.
Yeah, they get in trouble.
What do you think?
There's no way.
There's no way they don't get in
No
trouble.
way in hell they don't get caught at least.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes, brother.
I want to wax my kite.
That's actually a very good idea.
You can do that.
Euphemism.
Yeah. Do you have some wax with you, Ted? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think
gave
you did.
it-
You
they gave
did.
it
You
to
did
me.
acquire the wax. Absolutely. Could you please roll for me a skills and training?
Shit. No.
Okay. I would also allow a push your luck. Your choice.
Which one's
Oh, I'm really good at
focus?
skills and
Oh, I'll
training.
do skills and training. That's fun.
I thought you might. That's why I was surprised when you were like, no.
That's an 11, maybe.
Ted, as you sit there with the wax block, you open up the kite, get it as flat as you can without damaging the folds where it joins back in. You gradually begin to run the wax block over the paper to create that surface, melting the wax a little bit over the candle to soften it, then allowing that wax to flow across the paper to provide that waterproof coating. This takes you the better part of about an hour. But by the end of that time,
Because I got an 11,
yeah,
can I also size it?
size
It was a
it.
bit bigger. He said it was a bit too big.
Yeah, so you probably you can. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you can go and
Just trim
borrow.
it. Yeah.
Go and borrow like a knife or a saw from Ko's parents
Yeah.
and saw down the top and the bottom just a little bit so it's better sized. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, sweet.
Get some sandpaper.
Yeah. Jedd and Tilla, what are you two doing?
Do we
I-
actually have to go
I
out and buy
can
stuff? This is
get
the
wet.
question. I'm betting we will.
We probably at least need to get food.
Ooh.
I want to go try and see Sonak, but that's
Oh
probably not
no!
gonna be a good-
Oh no!
I haven't seen him.
I'm just gonna let you know. Maybe give him some space.
Who the what?
Give him a break, dude.
Who the fuckers that did the stuff? I didn't do shit.
He even kicked Keeko out at that time, so like, give him some space. Let him think about stuff for a second. Then you can go and talk to him.
So I think what was I?
And I want to go see Sonak.
Yeah,
Someone
that's
wants to go see
right.
Sonak.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I think I was
am
sort of saying like you
sorted.
don't have to rush off. I know, Tilla. For some reason, Jedd and Ted in particular seem to want to take off ASAP. You're not quite sure
I'm
why.
not Russian.
Ted's not too right. Jedd wants to take off straight away. You're not 100% sure why. You think it's got something to do with Sayan, but beyond that, you're not 100% sure. You think it's probably a bit suspicious to just take off from the scene of the crime.
Crime, yeah.
Also, we have stuff that we just have to do.
Dude, we've
Do
got
we?
a fucking mission and a half as it is already. What's a little bit more time?
Yeah.
Like, brother.
We're also
Be
gonna make
realistic
like
here.
3 stops before we even go to where back to base.
Okay, it's just add a little bit more time onto it.
Yeah, that's the like. It's just like, oh yes, we'll go do that for you. A month later, here's the stuff you wanted. Oh, you're all good. Never mind, I guess.
They wanted it done faster. They should have said someone else.
Not wrong.
They did. They sunk.
You're not supposed to spit facts back at me. Fuck you.
They did. They sunk. We were their last option.
You watch as Kyoshi, who's sort of been standing out near the window looking out across the bay, sort of turns around and goes, I might go for a walk. I need to clear my head after what happened.
Have fun. Hope
Thank you.
your walk goes better than mine.
Yeah, I think I might head out and just maybe go for a bit of a run. Maybe across the ice. I'll be back in about an hour before sunset.
Cool.
Why do I feel like that run is gonna be like halfway across the
Yeah, no, she literally goes back to the village and like comes back. Like that's how.
I just need to go. I need to go break some ice. I think I need to get myself out of this. And waterbending's one of those things that I could always use more practice with, and ice
How
bending in
much does a
particular.
polar bear weigh?
So I'm just gonna go head out onto the sea ice and just break some things, make some things, and break some things. I think.
Good.
Yeah, no, sounds good. You enjoy?
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
not sure enjoy is the word, but I will head out, and I'll be back before
I can't
sunset.
think of a better one, so I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Look, I'll be back before sunset. Yeah, meet back here.
Yes.
If we're not here, we're probably dead or at the docks.
Preferably at the docks.
Hopefully just at the docks. I'll come here first. If you're not here, I'm sure Ko's lovely parents will direct me to where you are.
That's true.
Thank them, Ko, for their hospitality. I really appreciate it. Actually, I might just go down and thank them myself, but also thank them again. It was really nice. It's a really nice place you've got. Your family's lovely. Thanks, Avatar Kyoshi. Thank you. Ko's sort of a little awkward, not sure what to say to that. Just Kyoshi nods, makes her way downstairs. You hear the sound of muffled voices from below, and then Kyoshi takes off. There's a sort of quiet moment as Jedd and Tilly sort of talk through what you want to do, how things want to go. Ted's still working away at fixing up his kite. After about half an hour, you watch as Ko's dad ascends the stairs and goes, Some people here looking for some of you lot. Did you want me
Which
to?
ones?
What do you mean?
You said some of us. Which ones they looking
Yeah,
for?
which people or which people are you looking for? Who's out there?
Looking for you lot and the Avatar. But I let them know she wasn't here. But
Just stick with that.
I'll pop my head out the window.
as you pop your head out the window and look
Because
down,
they know we're here. There's no point. They know we're here.
Oh, thank you, Stream Elements, for letting us know we're live. 1 hour and 45 minutes. Oh, to be fair, we did crash, actually, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's telling you you're live because you
It's
crashed.
still 5 minutes.
It is still, that was a long delay. We're going to get the notification in the Discord now being like, did you know that,
Yeah, it already went off.
Avatar Legends is live on... Oh, no,
Oh,
there
I
it
saw
is.
that already.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, that's the old one. I haven't seen the new one come through.
Oh,
They have a new one.
they
Oh,
both
I
come
saw
on
a new one come
Royal.
in.
Yeah, Royal Lounge got us. As you poke your
Yeah,
head
right,
out the
it does.
window, Jedd, you see there are figures below, standing right outside the front of the cafe, looking
Quick roll
around.
perception.
And as you gaze out, you watch as one of them immediately looks up at you.
Hey,
God.
question.
Yeah.
Is it the old lady?
No, it looks like
Thank
you can see he looks like an air nomad. Clothing
Ah,
is
shit. This is
the
so much worse.
clothing is the orange and yellow robes, but they look very not out of date, but the fashion looks very old, very traditional looking robes, and they're a little bit ragged in places as well. Like they've been
Sort of like
patched
the
and
ones that come
repaired multiple times over. You can see there is an old woman with them at the front. Standing next to her, looking rather bored, is a much older man dressed in green robes, long white hair, and a drooping white mustache hanging off his top lip as they look around. And then there's also a very, very muscular man with a very bushy mustache that becomes a pair of mutton chops up the side of his cheeks, standing around, dressed in very like sort of a grayish brown clothing, nowhere near enough for the South Pole though. And you can see him shivering as he goes, oh, fucking hate this place, as he shivers in the cold looking around. But as soon as you sort of poke your head out, you watch as this air nomad looks up. A little bit younger than yourself, Jedd. Looks like sort of late 20s, early 30s. Keen grey eyes catch you. Head shaved with the arrow tattoo. Immediately the eyes catch yours, and you watch as the figure cocks their head confused as they look at you. Goes to turn. Do you stay looking out the window, or do you pull your head?
I'll just wait for them to come inside.
Just pull your head back in. Say
No,
nothing.
like I just I head out, like I stick my hand out the window, and just wait for them to come inside.
Perfect. As you stick your hand out and wave, you hear the sounds of conversation coming from below as Ko's dad, still talking to you guys, goes, they had a description for each of you, and the avatar. So the avatar to move on. Oh, they're coming up. Hello. As he turns around as a group of figures begin walking up the stairs behind him.
Man.
He sort of like
This
backs
isn't our
off.
house.
What was that?
Yeah, we live here now.
This isn't our house. Don't invite people into other people's houses.
It's a restaurant.
The restaurant.
It's a restaurant, mate. It's a public space.
Well, a restaurant's not a public space, but
As the four figures begin to walk up onto the
it's still a
landing.
private residence,
What was that?
private property. A restaurant's still private property. It's not public.
Sorry, we booked the function room.
Yeah, sorry, we booked the function room. As the figures walk up onto the landing and step forwards, you can see this elderly woman steps forward, frail and hunched over, wearing what looks like Fire Nation colors, very bulky Fire Nation dress. She's kind of bent over, grey hair done up into a very tight bun. You can see what looks like the not quite the crown that you see Zuko. You know, he's got that sort of top knot crown. I'm trying to remember the name for it. It's got a specific name, but I can't remember what it is. It's like that metal band that helps hold the hair with the pin through it. I can't remember the name. I'll remember it later. But she's got
metal band, Metallica.
Sure, something similar to that. This almost like a metal cylinder with a series of pins through it, helping hold the bun in place. And as she pulls her robes around her a little bit tighter and goes, "You lot have been rather hard to track down. Where's Kyoshi?"
Gone on a
Yep.
run.
Hey, hold up.
I shan't be having
Who
with
are
that at
these
my time of
people?
life. Do you say that?
Can
Do you-
we figure out who these people are first before we tell them
Is
where
she-
the
is
rest
she
of
the
us
one that-
are?
The one that I saw on the boat.
Yes, yeah. These look like the figures from the boat, Jedd.
Quite frankly, I didn't tell her where Kyoshi is. She's gone on a run. Like I said, Bish could be on the other side of the world by now.
You could be the North Pole by now.
Literally.
I can't be having with that at my time of life. There's no way I'm running after her. She'll come back here?
Who knows?
Well, you lot. You
Yeah,
haven't
business with
reported
Kyoshi?
into Rangi for quite some time. What's going on?
Got
You
busy.
know how stuff happens in life, and you just have to roll with it.
Yes,
You got
sweetie.
busy.
I have lived a life. I understand things get busy, but you have responsibilities.
Yep. We had bigger
Try not to
responsibilities.
Die.
We
Try
so
not to
we did
die
some good
count
stuff.
as a
and-
bigger responsibility.
yeah, we didn't die. And now we're on our way back.
You watch as the very muscular man with the mutton chops and the moustache that joins onto them steps forward, sort of shrugging his vest a little bit back as he goes, "What I don't understand is what you're all doing here."
Getting the supplies you needed.
Does it really take that long to get supplies?
It can.
They just left. They legitimately just left.
Who? Oh, Keeko and the girl.
The kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't given a consistent name, Lily. What are they gonna, like, come on.
Lily. They would call you.
That's
They would
bad.
call it Lily, right?
W-
Because
Is that what
that's
Rangi
what she
knows you
signed up
as?
to as.
I don't-
Rangi knows me as Poppy.
Yeah.
Oh, true. It is.
How do
Poppy,
you
right?
remember this?
It's on a list somewhere.
No, it's not.
It's on
Just in my
Rangi's
head.
list.
Who takes notes?
I hope
I
you
don't-
guys take notes.
Not
It's
you.
helpful.
Not
It is,
you,
it's good to take
obviously.
notes.
Not you.
He
I
keeps note of
take
how his
note.
milk's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rancid.
Still rancid.
Yeah, I'll be putrid soon.
You've got some explaining to do. Come
Yeah, we
on.
explained it. We helped Kyoshi, so I think that's what's more important, right?
It's at that moment you watch as the Airbender steps forward. That is what I am concerned about. Kyoshi,
Yeah, what about it?
she was supposed to return back to Yokoya a number of
Stuff
nights ago.
Lots of stuff happened.
Buddy, it's been an adventure and a half.
Master Seon's here if you want to go say hi to him.
Master Seon,
Yeah.
he rarely ventures out of the Southern Air Temple. What
Yep,
would he
That's
be
how
doing
you know
here?
what stuff's happening.
I think perhaps it is best that you explain what has been happening. Sorry, we have been so rude. My name is Jai. This is Rosalie,
Thank you.
as he points over towards the old lady.
Dragon, you write this down. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing uni stuff.
This is Rosalie.
Hang on, hang on. Jai.
Give you a second.
Rosalie?
Rosalina?
Just Rosalie. Rosalie.
I got it right!
Nice. I just have to pull open this one name. I just need to double check because it's
It's the
part of
other
me.
one. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
see it and I'm like, is
Also,
this the
is it-
name?
Is Jai J-A-I?
Jai.
2 for 2.
So I double check because it's if this is the name, I need to have a bit of a laugh at that. No, it is. I think it is exactly what I thought it was. This is Randall, as he points towards the very buff
Randall?
Randall.
Yeah, That's Randall Savage.
Randall. It is Randall Savage.
Randall.
And then it was the one for obscenities. I just want to double check as well. So these are, if it wasn't obvious, these are the summoned NPCs from our YouTube members. So this is a group who have been summoned by the YouTube members, which is quite fun.
I've been waiting for these guys to show up.
I've been waiting for the right time.
Totally didn't know about.
I've been waiting for
we-
the
I
right time to bring him in.
No clue whatsoever.
I had no
I had
idea. Actually, zero ideas.
You guys know things?
Same.
You guys just never read the members chat on the
Yeah, you never read any chat.
Whoa, there's a whole section.
Yeah.
No.
The boulder
Is this
is
new?
conflicted. Is indeed that is the motivation for
Randall Savage folder. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
This is new, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of Obscenity's character. I'm having a complete mental breakdown. I thought I'd written it down,
Nice.
but I didn't, and I feel like I've.
If only Obscenities was here in
Is
the
he here
chat.
talking in chat? Obscenities, help me!
Help
Help me. What did you? I can't find it. I thought I'd written it down, but I clearly didn't.
There you go.
No,
Rhino.
why is it evil things? I don't want to
Rhino,
know.
thank you. I thought it was.
Yeah, the R.
And this
yeah,
is
the
Rhino.
The French. Yeah.
Randul. Ah, my name is Randul. Yeah, and this is Rhino. As he points over towards the, very much looking like a, dressed in the Earth Nation, very sage-like robes actually. Given your history, Tilla, you would recognize these look like a lot of the robes that are worn by the Earth Sages. Kind of like the priests, I guess. The ostensibly supposed to be servants of the Avatar, but the Earth Sages have kind of been disbanded at this point for their role that they played with pushing the false Avatar forwards.
Sorry. Which one is this?
The
I got confused on who you're talking about.
So Randul is the buff man wearing like a singlet. Rhino looks like he is an older man, probably in his 50s or 60s, graying hair and the long drooping grey moustache. Kind of hangs down on either side.
And he's the sage?
He seems to be the sage, yeah, looking at him. As Jai, the Airbender, points towards Rhino, you watch as the Earth Sage steps forwards. Yes, I have some questions that I need to go through with each of you. Some concerns with what has happened and what has been going on with the Avatar. If you've got a moment, I wouldn't mind if you could take me through what life things have occurred.
Why is he country?
You're not that country. That's not that bad, is it? I could do way worse than that. I could do like 10 times worse.
Really, I can really hear it.
We had an NPC for Curse of Strahd, who was like he was a god, and he like literally was like, "Ain't no Ursan or Bovine gonna cause me to rustle up." Like really intense.
Maybe
This is
I
like
do just need it.
far
Maybe
more
there will
subtle.
be a fight with these guys.
God damn it, Andrew, no.
Just because of his voice.
Hey, you know what? Fair.
I just need to understand what's been happening. You talked about these
Is
events.
this guy old? Why is he so suave?
He's 50, 60 years old. Of course he's suave. What you talk about? What man in his 50s and 60s isn't suave? Have you ever met a man who's not?
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
most of them. Yeah, he does seem quite suave. You mentioned life things. I'd like to know what things you are referring to. What things occurred? Would it be better if I just fully embrace it? What things occurred? Take me through. Take me home, country road.
It's just as you're talking, you're falling more and more into it. It's really funny.
I have to build up to it each time, and once I find myself meandering down the quagmire of this accent, where it leads me, only the cattle know what roam. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, but can you record that? Send it to me at nighttime when I go to bed.
Now buckle up here, cowboy. We're taking
I need to turn my camera off.
We're gonna be taking
Sounds just like an
ourselves
audiobook I've heard recently.
right on up to Brokeback Mountain, where you and I'm gonna break your fucking back
Oh.
That was definitely in an audiobook.
in a
Yeah.
sexy way.
Okay, so we're gonna explain everything that's
Would
pretty
you,
much happened.
got
would you
this right,
prefer
Tilla?
it if I took it down
Yeah,
an octave? Is that more what
pretty
you're
much.
after?
I might need you to fill in some of the finer details. But essentially, we got here. We were almost sent to prison, and we had to run away. We found an abandoned. Would you say abandoned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we really
abandoned-
just telling these people we've just met everything that we've done?
They are, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a part of this. I'm
Only because
leaving
this
this up to
moment,
Tilla.
Tilla's just hearing that voice and is like, oh. Now here, little missy. I want you to take me through what's been going on. Unburden yourself so that I may assist you in your time of bereavement and stress.
Stop.
Please keep going.
Come, hitch your saddle up to mine and we'll go through what you need to know. Yeah.
Yes, puppy.
Found and abandoned air nation?
We're going that far back?
Hey, they
What
asked
we
what's
have to-
happening.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
You're just telling them.
We didn't even tell Seon this much.
You've
wanted
known
to tell
Seon
him
your
this
whole
much.
life. You've literally known him your whole life.
Just because you didn't tell him that much, I did.
I do love that these people have just walked in and been like, where's Kyoshi? You're like, she went for a run. They're like, what happened to you? You're like, sit down. Let me give you my life story.
We've got a story.
I think we can skip this bit, right? We can skip this bit. We can.
You
skip
can-
this part.
I want to know how much you're sharing. You don't have to go through. We can roleplay it if you like, but I want to know how much
Do
you
it.
share with these
Wait,
people.
hey,
It sounds like
we can roleplay
everything.
this. No, I just want to say we had a running with some pirates.
Yeah,
Fought them
found
off.
a temple. Almost died at sea. Almost died on land. Almost died again at some point.
Almost died on land again. There was
Almost
twins.
died like 7 times at this point.
Oh, sweetie, it sounds like you've been having quite a rough few days. Oh, My concern
When
is
I
that
say
you...
life, I mean life.
Yes, my
So there was
concern
this
is that you
giant,
revealed
like-
that you've almost been thrown in jail and that something happened to the chieftain of the water tribe.
That was a corruption thing on their side. That's not us.
I never mentioned that.
You did just a moment ago, sweetie.
And I fucking roll the tapes if I
Nope.
have to.
There are tapes. There were tapes.
You said we arrived
No, I
here, we
never
were almost
mentioned
thrown in
anything.
jail, stuff went down with the chieftain.
Okay, no, okay. First of all, that's when we first got here.
When we first got it, yeah,
Because
that,
we were...
that was a miscommunication between some bounty hunters and some people who were like trying to get money on the shady side. We've sorted that out since.
Oh,
Why don't you
good.
just tell her what Lily did on the beach? You're gonna
What
tell her
beach?
everything.
What are you on about? This is literally
Everything.
how we got.
I'm just saying, we're saying literally everything you made.
No, we're not. This is us leaving the
What happened
village
on
to
the
begin with
beach?
because the people were like, "Oh, we can like sort of turn these people in because we can." They didn't do
Hear the-
anything wrong, but we can.
Hear the sound of a hollow wooden thunk as Rosalie reaches down into a pocket and then pulls out a cookie and hands it to you, Tilla.
I don't take the cookie.
It's a smart move.
Smart move. Don't get Pavloved.
Dearie, no, I was just I was concerned you're looking peaky. When one's been through such traumatic experiences, a bit of chocolate, a bit of cookie, it's what you need to recover. Here, I'll take a bite if you're worried about it.
She's got the antidote in her.
You watch as she takes a bite of the cookie.
I must say, it's a pretty
She's been
good
microdosing
cookie.
the poison. She's immune to it now.
Do it, guys.
The burnt butter and the caramel. Oh, those little chocolate chips. You know how hard it is to source chocolate chips outside of the Earth Nation.
Not very.
Yes, it is very hard. It's very hard, and we do
What's
travel.
happening anymore? I don't know what the fuck is happening anymore. I'm not eating the cookie. I'm too keyed up to eat a cookie right now.
No, more for me.
She eats the whole cookie in front of you. The crumbs falling over her blouse.
Convulses on the floor.
Yeah, she seems fine.
Like
She seems
foam
happy.
starts pouring out of her mouth.
She seems
You want
happy.
ants? This is how we get ants.
Ko looks at her eating the cookie, looks down at the crumbs on the floor, looks up at her, and goes like, I wouldn't
Can I
like a cookie.
can I airbend the crumbs away?
Yeah, just airbend the crumbs
That's
away
not
out the
push
window.
them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch as Ko looks down and goes like,
Who wants
Um,
a cookie?
I wouldn't want a cookie if there's. And as he's saying that, immediately hear the sound of that dull thunk as Rosalie hands over a cookie. Goes,
Oh, yes. Oh, you're a big, strong lad like yourself. You need to eat.
hands him a cookie. So, thanks, Rosalie. Starts eating the cookie. He said, I know you're
Also,
waiting for me to
yeah.
describe something happening to him, but he just enjoys a cookie.
No,
That's
I'm
what
not.
happens. That's what you
Oh.
see.
Now he's
Okay.
addicted.
You watch as he enjoys a cookie.
Oh, it's cocaine.
That's what
I'm
this-
not. I was just.
Can't spell cookie
Um,
without Coke.
I didn't even know what I was going to go. Yeah, no, the whole. So going into order of events, this is when we started. I haven't mentioned anything about it since we got back. So. You can't
And we are
get
both.
me on that.
We're not mentioning. This is out of character, Mr. Squiggles.
Yeah, I didn't bring Mr. Squiggles up.
No,
All the bombs.
All
This is
Lily
for someone
blowing up
else
the
who's also
beach.
present. This is for someone else who's also present.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of forgot the fact that Archie was here.
Yeah, we need to remind someone else.
I
I'm
haven't.
sorry. I've been telling you guys the whole time to stop talking so much shit.
You
Also,
watch
I'm
as
not
the
going into the nitty gritty. I'm just going over the major events that we've occurred.
you watch as
brought
the
up a-
6'3" muscular man with the handlebar moustache and mutton chops turns towards you, Ted. Sort of seeing this moment of quiet as everyone kind of pauses. Jedd and Tilla are awkwardly looking at each other. You're sort of like trying to catch their eyes, get their attention, be like, "Shut the fuck up."
I'm still waxing.
Yeah. As you're like slowly doing the wax, you looking over towards them. You watch as Randall looks towards you and goes,
You're very quiet. Something you want to share, little man?
No, I'm just focused on waxing my kite.
Why are you waxing it?
Well, you need to wax it so that, like, if you're flying in the rain, it doesn't get wet and damaged, and then the wax keeps the water protecting. It keeps it good.
Randall only does one type of waxing.
he sort of pauses. He realizes the pun's not going to quite land, and you watch.
It's
as
not
he sort
really
of
the same thing at all, is
You
it?
watch as he stands there, like for a moment, realizing what he's done, this linguistic trap he's fallen in.
It's okay. Words are hard.
Thank you.
At
Words
least you've
are
got-
complicated. There's so
Yeah.
many words.
Yeah, at least you've got muscles. That's okay.
Oh, I've got muscles for days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna finish waxing my kite if you don't mind. Thanks.
Randall feels nothing for you or your kite.
That's fine. I don't really care for you either.
Right, he goes and cries in corner.
Why do I feel like a mini brawl is just gonna start?
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna turn into Andy Savage or something like that. Brandy Savage. Brother.
Brother.
We're going to jump back with Lily and Keeko in that case.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Fine where we were.
Oh, yeah. Brother. Did you think I wouldn't notice my box being taken off the shelf? You literally brought my attention to it before you tried to done take it.
Please first.
Amazing. That was an incredible segue. I felt like I was in the room. As you pull Venel aside, trying to sort of like, these furs are pretty good, but like we too much. You pay that much for them. I'm not gonna pay that much for them. Like, come on, man, help me out.
Yeah.
Which is Venel like nods, goes like, all right. Here's what I can do. Oh, fuck, that voice is stuck in my head now. I need the keyword to get Venel's voice back.
It's like
You need a palate cleanser.
smooth. It's like
Smooth 91.5.
oh, we're gonna get by these.
Female.
That's where it's from. So that voice, if you're wondering where I got this voice from, it's as I was walking Lucy, Alice and I's Labradoodle, rounds Melbourne, Royal Park. We had a man come up with the rattiest dog I've ever seen. Pointed at Lucy, went, female. We were like, what? Female. We're like, she is female, yes. He's like, make puppies. Points to his dog. We're like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Now.
No, thank you. She is 13 years old. No. Also, your dog looks like it is part rat. No. Yeah.
Now, kid.
Now, kiss. Yeah. Mwah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, just had a bit of a laugh at that one.
Wild.
That's the voice. I've got it back now. We're ready to rock and roll.
Kiko. Now, kiss. Kiko. I can't really do. You raise a good point. Obviously, I pay a bit less, but I've still got to make a profit, Kiko. Still got to bring in the monies,
That's true. What about 40?
For all of these furs, 3 bundles of furs, Keeko. I must admit the ones we opened were the nicest of the bunch, but the 2 others are good too. It's a lot of money, Keeko. It's a lot of money.
What are you thinking? Just say your number.
Oh, it's gotta be at least 70, Keeko.
70.
But look, Keeko, you've been a valued customer, and you and I, we understand each other. I don't want to get in trouble, you don't want to get in trouble. Get these out of my hair. You gotta get yourself out of the water trap, it sounds like, as well.
I need to get out of the water tribe. I want to get out of your hair. I want to make sure your hair doesn't go any grey than it's already going.
All right, just second time. Come on, fuck you, Keeko. Fuck you.
Saying it. I'm encouraging 30 as well. I'm getting there. It's all gonna happen to us all at some point. I don't want any more stress in your life. So let's go 55. Call it even.
Make me a plead.
I can.
55 isn't even.
I believe.
That's 13.
Jesus
Holy shit.
Christ, brother.
Oh, my brother.
Brother.
Man, it's fucking crazy.
All right, Keeko. All right. I think 55 is a fair price.
That's a fair price. It's like, want to make sure we're both happy. We're both friends after this, and we both part ways.
And you said there were other things you were looking for. What else are you looking for, Keeko? You can tell me. Tell Venel. I'll get it for you. Said food, supplies.
Yeah, we're after a little bit of food, like, some nice stuff, Just, we got some people we need to take care of when we come back home, and if salted fish is good. It keeps you alive, but something that can last a bit, tastes a bit nice. What have you got?
Not so much in terms of food, but do have some wines taken from the cellars.
Now we're talking. Okay, show us said wine. Give us a sip.
I tell you what, Keeko. 55. Why don't I throw in the bottle of wine as well? Hey.
Sounds like I just bought a house.
Not in this economy, Keeko. Not in this economy.
Okay, let's bottle of wine, pour some furs. Sounds lovely, and don't suppose you got any explosives.
Keeko, what do you take me for?
So subtle about it.
Of course I do. What are you looking for?
Hey, that's why I came here.
Are we talking are we talking distraction or are we talking damage, Keeko?
Safi, what are we talking? I don't know. Look at the little girl.
Amazing.
Jesus Christ, brother.
So you're the brains behind the operation. I knew it couldn't be Keeko.
That's why I brought her. The little barnacle.
I'm looking for something dazzling. Think magnesium, sparkly, can blind a person.
You know your shit. Yeah, I can help you out with that.
For the right price, I'm sure.
Of course, this stuff doesn't come cheap, and what I get from the Fire Nation. So we're gonna have to go through the pricing structure. It's gonna be, stuff's expensive, and if it gets back that I had it, lose a hand. Fire Nation catch me lose my head.
You had it because it'll be used pretty soon.
All right, okay. All right, well, I'll stay out of wherever you're headed next.
Also, do you have access to any blasting jelly by any chance?
Ooh, blasting jelly's hard to get, and the cold makes it all congealed. It's too hard to carry. No, I generally don't. I don't now either.
That's fair enough. So yeah, I'm pretty much just looking for magnesium and some triggers, really. And I kind of like pull out one of the bombs that I've previously made and like show the trigger mechanism that I've kind of jimmied together out of like pieces that I found. I'm looking for things like this, but a little bit more refined.
Perfect. I think that's what we'll wrap up for tonight as you do your bomb shopping and the others just open up to a whole bunch of strangers. I think that's a good place to wrap up for tonight.
Just
And
real
we will-
quickly,
Yeah.
while he was talking about the furs and stuff, I rolled an assess a situation for an 8 to see if I can find anything to cover up where the box was.
There's stuff all over the shop, but the box was so, it stands out. It's like, it eventually he's going to notice this. Like with an 8, I'm going to say, that there's nothing here that's going to cover it effectively. You're going to need to get the fuck out of here before he notices it. That's what in this
fair
moment.
enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's a matter of
fine.
time. He's going to notice. And you guys
I
are
think the
staying
biggest
here.
problem is you guys kept talking about the
The
box.
box. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
let's bring
Thank you so much
attention
for
to the
joining
thing
us,
We want to steal.
everybody. Thank you so much. I know it's an incredible decision, that one. Thank you so much. It is lovely to have you all join us for Avatar Legends. We are going to go and raid another channel. Let's go and raid.
We are?
We are. We always go raid another channel afterwards. Let's go and raid. Looks like
There's certain
there's...
occasions where we don't.
Are there occasions? There are occasions where we don't. That's true. Let's go. I was going to see if there's another campaign that we can go and raid. Here we go. Oh, that's a replay though. I want to do a replay if I can help it. I'm not doing AI D&D. Fuck that.
AI D&D.
No, I am refusing to support that industry. All right, let's go raid tabletop time roleplay. They look like they're having fun. Let's go and raid them. I'll bring that in right now. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and if you can leave a comment as well. It's going to be the best way to get these fuckers out of the situation that they find themselves in. One like is one tied shoelace of an enemy. One comment is one blinded eye not seeing a box on a shelf. And if you subscribe, then that's the best way that you can avoid them getting in too much trouble. Unless you want them in trouble, in which case then let me know and I'll make sure the subscribe counts towards getting them in more trouble. We will see you all tomorrow night for Return of the Giants and next week for more Avatar Legends. More stuff coming out during the day, mostly around 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join me live on Twitch for the various things I've been streaming, I will see you all tomorrow for more Wandering Village and maybe a bit of Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Why not, hey? Let's go have some fun.
Yes.
Have a great evening and we will see you all again very soon. Until then, stay safe, stay well. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.